Welcome to Role Seekers and the Legend of Nibel. We're a group of local gamers just like you roleplay for your enjoyment. I am joined tonight by the intrepid Role Seekers! Boom, 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 boom. Oh man, our podcast viewers loved that intro.
That was good. Sorry, hi guys!
Yeah, right on. Good stuff. Welcome. So you should be noticing that we have quite a few people at the table tonight, and we are very excited to welcome Patrick, the founder of LodgeCon, who is going to be taking us through something very special tonight. Because we're not playing Dungeons & Dragons, we are playing Pathfinder! So tonight's game is actually, it's twofold. One, we've all wanted to learn Pathfinder 2nd Edition. A lot of us got started on 3.5, we moved over to Pathfinder, but we've not played 2nd Edition. So this was kind of a, hey, can we learn 2nd Edition? Patrick's going to run us through the the gauntlet. And then the other thing that we wanted to do is we've been asked a lot about how do I play? How do I do this? What is this? And tonight you're going to kind of get a crash course in how to play, or at least build a character role-playing wise with us. So unlike a lot of our other games, tonight we are actually going to be answering a lot of questions. So we're actually going to have moderators looking at the TikTok, and if you've got questions or on Twitch, we'll try to answer those because the first half of tonight's game is us building characters, talking about the process, going through it, learning this game, and the second half will ideally be a short one-off where we get to put those characters to the test. Yay! So, before we jump into that, we have, I would like to say, like, they are a sponsor of us, but honestly, at this point, we've become like a partnership. I'm really excited about that. But Gaming Honors, run by Martin Bunicki, just got us all shirts! Yeah! Gaming Honors! Look at these shirts. Oh, there's a hero pins! I've got mine. I haven't put it on yet, but I will. Oh my gosh. So check them out, gaminghonors.com.
That's right, gaminghonors.com.
So they've got hero pins for sale. They keep you in the game and show you your health without metagaming. Super, super cool. And let's get ready, guys, because it's Wednesday night. Let's roll those dice! Let's roll!
Roll the dice.
I think I can do it.
I think so.
Oh, welcome back. All right, so we're going to talk about some Pathfinder 2nd Edition tonight, and hopefully I can answer your guys' questions both here at the table and on the interwebs. That's a technical term. Interwebs. The first thing we're going to talk about is your character concepts. Hopefully you guys had a little bit of homework and got that accomplished on what you wanted to play, whether it be a Robin Hood, a Merlin, a gladiator, or whatever the case may be. We're going to go around the table real quick, and we're going to start with Dustin and work around this way. What do you want to play?
I would like to play a human imperial sorcerer. And unlike most sorcerers who are very, very arrogant, he is very, very philanthropic with his magic.
Oh, wow.
Why are you pointing at me about that?
I knew he, yeah.
No reason, Kevin. No reason at all.
That you know of.
Oh my.
Is Trevor on the camera? Do we need to move over anymore?
I can't move over. So
Yeah, we're
Kevin's on. If you want to see Trevor, go to Twitch.
I just want to. Trevor into
Right.
Twitch
Yes.
is what I was saying. Okay.
All right. And what are we thinking?
I'm going to play a gnome astrologer
Oh, okay. What class?
for Oracle.
Oracle?
Who's just super. She's older and she just really wants to learn magic, so she's just kind of begged and
Okay.
and prayed to the stars.
And
And then one day,
and you said gnome, correct?
gnome.
Okay, now the interesting thing is with gnomes is they're not native to the campaign setting. They come from what's called First World,
Oh.
which is proprietary stuff. Anyhow, they come from another plane, and when they came into Galarian, they brought with them, I guess for lack of a better word, a wanderlust. They have to go out and experience new things. They have to go out and try new foods, see new places, meet new people, because if they ever stop, they go through what's called the wasting, and they lose all the color in their body, and then die. So that's one thing you want to keep in mind for your
So she's
character.
done a ton of stuff, but
Yeah.
she's never been able to do magic until now.
Well, this is perfect, because now you're going to advance in magic and hopefully continue on that journey and keep your colors, your bright colored hair, all in one piece.
Yes.
All right?
I am playing an elf magus.
Magus.
Magus. Okay. So she was studying the art of combat, and she was studying under a priest, and she didn't realize that this priest had magical abilities within him. So as she started mastering the art of the blade, some fun magical elements started happening that he didn't want to tell her at first, but now they're kind of
Naturally coming out.
naturally coming. Yes.
Okay.
excellent. I want to play a human alchemist.
Okay.
And he is going to be fairly brash and throw caution to the wind, but he's also absolutely petrified of dying. So how that death wish works, we don't know. We'll figure it out.
That sounds like me. All right.
So I'm going to be playing a gnome rogue, and I decided, that one of the ways to guarantee a life of adventure was to be a kind of scoundrel. So not Robin Hood, think Harold Hill, the Music Man. I'm a con artist. So
Okay.
I go around selling things, pretending they're magic, they're not, doing a lot of sleight of hand work, and just seeing what I can pull over on people as I travel the world.
That's fantastic.
Hello, I would like to play an elf monk, but instead of the usual, spiritual monk type, how they're all calm, I'm gonna try to play him like a surfer bro.
That in itself is spiritual. I've known a couple surfers in my life, and they're very chill.
Chat bro. Chat bro.
Chad bro.
Chat bro.
Chad
We need
bro.
to do a character workshop on one.
Okay, finally, Kevin.
All right.
Well,
I have reason. Oh God, it's not good enough. I'll be rolling up a dwarf druid. I'm thinking
Yes.
kind of along the lines of Radagast the Brown, just in the woods. Eat moss, forget language. The entire world can, the entire world can finish itself off while I fart in a stream somewhere. I don't know what's going on.
That's
but-
definitely what I got from Reddit. Webkinz masterpiece.
I was trying to make the connection here. I'm like, wait a minute.
Farting in a stream.
Fart-
Now I get the whole opus.
So before we get too far in, a couple quick things I got to throw out there. I am Patrick again, the organizer of LodgeCon.
Yes.
We're a 2-day gaming convention out of Peatone, Illinois. That's within Will County. We're 45 minutes south of Chicago. November 4th and 5th this year. Additionally, I'm also a venture captain for the Organized Play Foundation, which facilitates running Pathfinder games at different conventions, local game stores, local libraries, and things like that. So I'm heavily, heavily biased in favor of Paizo and Pathfinder products, and I just love them to death. Even the fact that if I wasn't a venture captain, I'd still love the products in the game setting and the world setting. It's fantastic stuff. So what I brought tonight for everybody, if I can steal this just for a second, there is a couple cheat sheets that you can find on the Organized Play webpage that'll help you create a character from scratch. So we got the first step down, which was character concepts, what we wanted to play. So now second step is ancestries. So we all kind of already know what we want for ancestries. So we're going to start with Dustin. You had a, what race again?
Human.
Human. So as we look in the core rulebook, you'll find, actually, I believe it might even be on here as we go.
Ooh.
Yep, page 2 has got the ancestries.
Okay.
So as you can see, it'll break down dwarf, elf, gnome, goblin, halfling, and human, and it'll tell you the ability adjustment modifiers.
Oh, okay.
So along with that, every ancestry gets a ancestry feat and heritage. So if you've got a core rulebook, go ahead and take a look at that. And I'm just going to flip this guy over here. Flip to
I don't have that on here. The feet and stuff are in the book. You said.
Yes.
Okay, perfect.
But
Nope,
there's
okay, fine.
also.
and I'm upside down going
Online.
the wrong way.
I say, you can.
Trust me, kids, I know what I'm doing.
What's this website that everything's online too? right?
Yes, and that was going to be another announcement or statement I make is basically all the rule books for the Paizo games are online for free at Archives of Nethys. It's started off as a fan run or a web page and then eventually progressed into what it is now. I think they're in partnership with Paizo directly themselves, and they have all the rules on that web page. So, which is fantastic. So, as we get to the humans, here we go. Dustin, if you want to take a look real quick.
Yeah, please.
There you
While
go.
he does that, Patrick,
Yes.
real quick, someone wants to know what county in Illinois LodgeCon is at.
Will County.
Will County.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, 45 to an hour south of Chicago.
Okay.
Yeah, and we have gamers from Chicago to Champaign. We've had from Indiana, Ohio, Kentucky, and Wisconsin come.
Awesome.
So, and we do a lot of Pathfinder and a lot of other stuff there as well.
Awesome.
So as we're looking at our sheets here for everybody else, you can go ahead on page 2. We can see where the base stats abilities at the top of the page are all 10. If you know what your ancestry is, you can jot in directly to the right of base. It says ancestry. You can put in your pluses and minuses.
Okay.
Okay. So you're going to get 2 if you have a boost and -2 if you have a flaw?
Correct.
Okay.
Yes. So human is unique because they get a +2 if we
To
go-
any of them.
Yeah.
Yeah,
To anything?
I think it's right here on the side here. Ability.
2 free ability boosts.
Yep. So you get 2 +2s, and then if you're like a gnome or dwarf, you're gonna get 2 +2s and 1 -2. Now, ideally, we try and stick to the core rulebook, especially with your first out characters. With 7 people, and you guys have having some experience, we're going just outside of that as well.
So then at free, I can just pick any of them.
What's that?
If it says free, you just pick anything.
For gnome, it's going to be. I'm gonna steal this real quick.
Constitution, Charisma, free.
Yep.
So you get
So-
a third one.
You get +2. Is it listed there? Let me steal that one. Sure. So for gnome, you're going to get ability boost +2 to con, +2 to charisma, and a +2 free. And then you're also going to get a -2 to strength.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. I'm sorry, I misunderstood you.
All right. Patrick, I have.
Yes.
I can look this up myself, but I don't know if you know. So I get plus in dexterity and intelligence. I also get a free for magus. What do you?
That's what
That's we're going to cover in class.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Well,
as we're building
free means.
As we're building
Okay.
our characters, we're going to go through what's called the ABCD. We're going to start with ancestry, flesh that out. Then B is background, we're going to flesh that out. Then C is class, and we'll
Got it.
flesh that out. And then D is the final ability score dump.
I did not min-max this character.
I will.
Looking at
I don't know how.
my negative strength for my character that already gets a lot of negative strengths. It'll be fun.
Well,
You're an intellectual.
don't get
Yeah,
into
it's a good
any
thing.
arm wrestling matches. Now, as your ancestry goes, again, if for those of you who have access to Archives of Nethys or a player's rulebook, you're going to get a first level ancestry feat and a first level heritage. So for human, I'm going to speed this up. I'm going to say, let me borrow this real quick.
Sure.
Just for posterity's sake, for human, let's go natural ambition for your feet. So for your feet, you're going to write natural ambition.
Okay.
And what that's going to allow you to do is you were raised to be ambitious and always reach for the stars. You're going to gain a first level class feat for your class.
Yes.
And then
I
for
want that.
yeah. So, and then for your heritage, I would just take versatile heritage, which allows you to take one general feat at character creation. And general feats are some of the things like, ride, some things based off of skill like intimidation, things like that. So, and then is everybody else finding their heritages and ancestries, or does anybody need help with that?
Is there supposed to be a section that lists the feats? Like I'm on.
Yep. If you scroll, it's probably up. Yep. So at the very bottom of the top there, it says known details, known feats, known heritages.
There we go.
Okay.
Okay. And then once everybody has a feat and a heritage, let me know. And then we'll continue on, or we'll help out who's ever lagging behind. Not that anybody's taking slow, Kevin.
Yes.
No.
No, it's true.
Do you have the
Keep
link,
him-
Ellie?
Yes, just keep it going.
Literally
Just
there's a
considering.
Pathfinder
There's so many
2
options.
elf,
So,
I know.
and it'll take you.
Okay.
any questions that you guys have or the internet has while we're chugging along?
Where do I... the heritages...
You're in dwarf
Yes.
at the very top. Here we go.
I flipped over to feet because
That's okay. So we gotta go open that up. We're gonna go back to ancestries, and you are a dwarf.
Okay, cool. So
We're gonna find dwarf, which is in here somewhere.
so they're categorized as feats. That's pretty neat.
Yeah.
But they're just like a lot of these are like fun things.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's fun things, and that's the great. Oh, here we go, dwarf.
So-
Nothing in the
Am I
first
writing
level is
down
going to
my
make or
hit
break your
points?
character,
Not yet, not
because
yet, okay.
nothing is going to be
Wasn't sure.
overpowered. And at the same time, especially at lower level, especially character creation, if you play a session or two and don't like something, guess what? You can change it. So,
I'm playing.
I see the human heritage. So my heritage would have been half elf, half orc, skilled,
Correct.
versatile.
yes.
Perfect.
Yeah.
I'm doing a sensate gnome because it sees all colors as bright, hears all sounds as richer, and especially smells all scents with incredible detail. It's just like me.
Sensory
it's like
overload.
Keen eyesight that I have now. My hearing is so prime at this time of my life. I just feel this character. I am a sensate.
There you go.
I'm looking ahead, and I've
Are
I
you?
definitely know what my background is, along with that theme.
Yeah, with character creation, the first couple steps are a little slow as far as understanding that it's a chassis system. You've got a motor, you got a chassis, and you're plugging parts onto it. And as we get further along into character creation, you're going to see things just start to smooth together.
Awesome.
Yeah, and it's also helpful for later levels. When you're building and designing characters, if you want to make a character or break it down from like level 1 and map it out all the way to 20, you can do that.
Wow,
You can, but you don't need to, because again, there's so many options. You could get vapor locked basically and just seize up if you don't decide which feat is better. And it's like, you know what, there isn't anything in this game that's make or break that'll destroy a character if you pick it or don't pick it. Everything is pretty well balanced, which is nice.
That's great.
Yeah.
If people are listening to the music and it gets from like happy to crazy dark, we're just doing a shuffle of original music actually. So all the music you can hear right now is actually from Darrell, Ritchea, our technomancer. So it's all original music.
So you're saying it's not indicative of our mood?
Yeah.
As we
As
realize,
it
oh
goes from,
my
like,
gosh, my feet.
I'm incredibly depressed and scared. That's my mood.
I didn't want to
There
be a
you go.
scholar.
Every graduate student at some time in their life.
Oh, it's too real. That hit too close to home.
All right.
I picked things.
How are we doing with our ancestries?
I'm feeling
Good.
great.
I'm good.
Mine were chosen.
Well, we had to help you or Dr. Kevin, so it was.
I'm gonna
Don't worry, next round it'll be helping him. You're on your own.
Oh, man.
You good, Dustin? Dustin, sorry, Kevin.
Yes.
Good. All right. If we're ready to move forward,
Yeah.
Yes.
all right.
do
Here's
it.
the next fun part. B of the ABCD. B is backgrounds. This is where you
Yes.
get your character pre-game history. Bartender, sailor, soldier, tinker, tailor, spy, whatever the case may be. You'll find a list of available backgrounds on page 2 there, and it kind of gives you a breakdown of what they offer for your character. I'm going to for a second here. Now, with all backgrounds, they provide 2 ability boosts. And so, for example, Acolyte, if I could speak now, Acolyte gives 2 abilities. You have to pick one to get the +2 in, and then you also have a second +2 that you can throw anywhere you like. So if you wanted to select the 2 options for Acolyte for the boost, you could very much do so. If you wanted to select one of them and then something else, you could also do that. Now, every background is also going to come with some extra bonus features, such as a feat, or a lore or a lore skill. And once you guys figure out what background you want, we can go around the table and I can steal players and I can get those tidbits of information to you. Just because it'd be quicker unless you guys find it in the archives.
So if you're already taking a boost from your ancestry, and then you get an additional boost from your background, like are you up to +4? They do stack, okay?
Yep.
Oh,
The
I'm
only-
counting on it.
The only time they don't stack is if, like, for example, in your background, you're going to end up with 2 +2s. You can't put them together.
Oh,
They
sure.
have to be
Yeah.
separate. Yeah.
And you can you exceed 18?
No.
Okay.
No. Short answer, no.
Okay.
So at every stage of the development, with the ancestry, background, class, and then the final step of dedump, you can get up to 18.
Okay.
And some ancestries will or can have the ability to get you up past that, but those are in supplemental bonus.
Yes, that's so exactly how I was feeling, because I could be
Exactly.
the most charismatic gnome to ever travel Valarian
It could happen.
at this rate. Who knows?
So,
Yes.
the secondary stat that we're going to get. So, for example, I chose the Hermit. My first pick is going to
Yes,
it's going to be in intelligence.
Is that one of the 2 options?
That is.
Fantastic.
The second one, I'd like to choose dexterity.
That's cool.
Will that go under background, or will that go in the free slot?
That's still going to go under the background,
Okay.
like right here.
Yes.
Yep.
Okay.
Ooh, I want to be a circuit judge.
As a druid?
Everyone does.
That makes so
It's
You
very-
have to work that into your
It's very popular. It's very popular. No, it's not. No, it's not. Don't forget, if you're using Archives and Ethos, they're awesome. Don't forget, you're also going to get a free feat from your background. Additionally, you're going to get a lore skill. So, for example,
I have the astrology lore.
oh, okay, well, there you go.
I have art lore.
Art lore.
Art lore.
But it tells you what feat you get, right?
Yes, it'll say it in the background itself in
Yeah.
the description.
It says I get an art lore skill. It doesn't say I get the
Art lore, that is the skill. So that means it's kind of like a knowledge base skill.
Do I just
So-
put trained in lore intelligence?
Yep.
And then mark art?
Yeah, you're
Okay,
ahead of the curve. Look at you. You've done this before.
Oh wait, should I not have put
Yeah,
yours
a lot,
here?
a lot.
That one.
Oh, I love it.
Too much.
There's no such
I
thing.
agree.
You had a
I agree.
You had a
So
heritage
I
and a
recant.
feat.
So this one was under feet, so this should go here, and then okay.
So my background is charlatan, and my feat is charming liar.
Ooh.
Like it.
I'm a philanthropist, but I'm a philanthropist with my art. I'm an artist.
Here.
Here you are.
And then everyone's like,
You're welcome.
oh wow, a 6-foot painting of a
I'm a visual
tree."
artist too, so it's difficult for me to set up.
There's a specific deity in Galarian, Shaylin, and Shaylin's all about art and artistic beauty and ability and things like
Would
that.
dance be included in
Yeah,
art?
it's art.
Oh.
Dance is art.
Cool. I think visual art, right? That's like theater.
Yeah,
yeah,
That's
definitely.
right.
Coming from somebody who can't dance, I would assume it's definitely an art. Yeah.
Yeah, it's art. Mine's my visual medium.
There you go.
Interpretive dance.
I can't dance either, and you should have seen me this past weekend.
Yeah,
Oh,
I'll send
boy.
you a video, Dustin.
Share it with TikTok.
I want him to have like long, like scarf, like what do they call like sleeves, but they're like scarf like.
Oh,
where they,
Yeah.
Where like
Flowy?
like
Yeah.
Prince.
yeah, real flowy. Like I could be like a flag dancer, a ribbon dancer.
Or outside of a used car lot.
Or
Yeah,
inflatable.
exactly.
So with the skills, do you get both of them, or do you choose one?
For which
Acrobat.
acrobat? Let me double check it here for you, boss.
And that's the background.
Acrobat. Yeah, for the skill, you get acrobatics and circus lore.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah. So
Thank you.
that kind of makes things interesting. They throw in a lot of lore skill in the game because they're trying to make sure that it's not just combat. That there's a foundation to your character to know or to understand things outside of just, I'm going to go around and beat people up.
Yeah, I feel like the spells are a lot more help like.
Yeah, assistance based, not so
Assistance.
much explosion based.
Yes.
I know one of the interesting thing is there's, if I'm not mistaken, there's almost no augury or divination type magic to give you an answer of things, and that's built into the world lore. So in previous editions or editions of the game, or TTRPGs in general, there were spells that you could bust out to be like, hey, give me the answer, and none of that in this game, or very, very, very limited.
And Patrick, I'm asking this not because, say, my favorite bard was killed by a finger
I
of
have to
death
choose
spell,
one I
but is
have?
there a finger
One
of
at
death
a time?
spell in this
Or I can
game?
No, you'll be fine.
Okay.
You'll be fine.
Really,
So
Dustin,
I
it
don't
was
have
it was
strength,
meant to
I'm
happen.
Then I'm not
That's
playing this
right.
game. If there's gonna instantly kill you.
But like when you shoot, like let's
Pour
say
one
you
out
choose
for
skill,
Hargren.
you just
Always.
have to pick one
Every
of these
night.
and
Every
you
night.
just
Every
roll
night, I'm throwing out the heart.
Yeah, there's no
Just
figure of
pick a
death
background based
in
on
this
what your
this
character
game.
would have been.
Oh, in tonight's
This
game.
game.
Wanna
Maybe.
add
Depends how
something
much
to
we
drink.
piss you
I'm
off.
just gonna
In
let
3.5,
my
there was
You
a
get a
whole
figure
lot
of death.
more
You
ways
get a
to
figure
kill
of
you.
death. Everybody gets a figure of death. Little Oprah action there.
Yeah, you get a finger of death. You get a finger.
My favorite spell in 3.5 was blasphemous. Like blasphemy.
Yeah.
If you're like 4 levels higher, you just Return of the Lost Ark.
Yeah.
It's the Raiders of the Lost Ark.
Just gone. Just
Melt a whole town.
Oh. So how are we looking with backgrounds? Anybody have any questions,
Good.
concerns?
No, I'm feeling pretty good.
Fantastic. All right. And then once we're done with our backgrounds, we can go into the class. If you've got the Archives of Nethys on your phone or your tablet, jump right into it. Now, your class is also going to give you an ability boost. So, for example, fighters will either get a +2 to strength or dex, their choice. Same thing with all the other classes, whether you're a magus or a druid or a alchemist or
Yes.
a monk.
I'm trained in perception.
Yeah. Now, when we're at the class section, this is where it gets a little interesting. We're going to pick our class, and then we're going to finish off our ability scores, and then we're going to go back to class and fill in the character sheet. Yeah. So, once you pick your class and you got your +2 to whatever relevant ability modifier, we're going to go to free on our page, and that's the dump, ABCD dump. You get 4 +2s.
Whoa.
Yes.
And they can't stack.
They cannot stack.
Okay.
But if, like, for example, if you're playing a Dwarven Druid here, the Dwarven Druid has already got a total of +4 to his Wisdom. He could put another +2 into it from his dump ability points, and he'll end up with a 16 when he's all said
Am
and
I
done.
allowed to have an 18?
Yes, you are.
Okay.
Yes, you are.
Nice.
Yeah, everybody's allowed to have an 18, just can't go past it. Now, for those people on interwebs who are like, oh my god, yes, there is ways. Yes. Yes, definitely there is ways.
There are ways.
There are ways, but for tonight's purposes, we're just trying to take it gentle and easy into the game. And trust me, in a few sessions, when they're making incredible, crazy characters, which you can build in society play, you'll see how that goes.
Now, does society limit you on can you pick all the rare and crazy stuff?
It gets tricky, and by tricky I mean everything from the core rulebook for the most part is acceptable. There is a rarity system built into the game, so you can't start off with the Staff of the Magi, for example. But generically speaking, if you just make your character from the core rulebook, you're going to be safe. If you want to get supplemental books, the rule of thumb is you have to own the book to be able to use it in society play, whether that's a digital copy
cool.
or a hard book copy of the game itself. You have to own whatever it is. Now, in society play, for example, there's an option to where you could play a skeleton. But that's through achievement points, and achievement points are earned through playing games.
Okay.
So the more games you play, the more they say, hey,
If I
here's
want to
your
make this
points.
character for society, I have to go buy the book
Correct.
with this.
Correct.
in it. Okay.
Yeah. And you might have it in the stack back there. I
Those
didn't
are
see.
all first edition.
It's all for. I thought you had second. No second.
No.
No,
Those
this
was
is
all
just the core
first-
Oh, just the core book. Okay. Then yes, you'd have to, and you can buy the PDF version, and that's legal too. So it just you have to have a version of the book. So, but for example, you can after you play Society for a while, and this is a common thing. I think I have like 7 first level, second edition characters right now, and then I got a handful of others because I GM a lot, so I build up a lot of points. So occasionally, like for example, a character I'm making before I go to Gen Con this year is going to be a skeleton because I have enough points to build a skeleton player character. Skeleton. So I don't know what I'm going to make though, because I got to figure that out before Gen Con. But I have enough points to build a skeleton.
Nice.
Yeah.
You gonna name him Jack?
I don't know what
Bone up on get it? Bone
Oh.
up on Nightmare.
It is too
Nightmare,
early for
Nightmare
this.
Before Christmas. I'm just saying.
Early.
So well, that's
He's our resident pun.
pun expert.
That's what I bring to the table.
punny.
So the more often you play, the more points you accrue, and you can play as little or as much as you want. I know in my neck of the woods, we play once to twice a month at a local game store, and then we do LodgeCon. And then I've met some friends locally in the Midwest area that hold conventions. Like I went to Region Con, where I met
Yeah.
you guys this year, and I've gone to Winter War. I've gone to FlatCon, I've gone to ArcticCon, there's a bunch of them in the Chicagoland area. And they're playing Pathfinder there too. So once you build these characters and they're society legal, you can take that character to Gen Con, then LodgeCon, your friendly neighborhood game store, or here in the basement if you're playing with society rules.
Awesome.
So it's kind of neat that way. And probably the best thing about society play is the community, because I've made friends from Boston to Ohio. We don't go past Ohio. But yeah, Boston to
Imaginary line.
Yeah, the imaginary line. You don't go past Ohio. But yeah, I've made friends from around the country because of meeting them at larger conventions and things like that. So that's one of the best things. Yeah.
Nice.
Any internet questions?
Any TikTok questions?
Any questions?
Is anyone on Twitch? Because I'm not.
But you should go to Twitch.
Twitch is where you
Go to
should be.
Twitch.
You should be there, but
This
we're not
person
stuck
just
in
said
it.
they just switched from D&D to Pathfinder and they're loving it.
Oh,
there you go.
But
Why do you need the books?
Why do you need the books?
Why do you need the books? A good question. I love books because if an iPad dies and you're playing at the friendly local game store or in your basement and the power goes out because it's a bad storm out, you don't need power to read a book. You may need candlelight if things go sideways, but and I don't want to say I'm old school, but I need something in my hand to turn pages to smell the book itself. I'm traditionalist.
Perception?
But what if your book dies?
It doesn't train it.
I've had that happen actually. I've had like not this edition, but
That's why you cover it in a paper bag.
I did that. That's all you cover in a paper bag. You laugh, but I did that. I did that.
But technically, to just play not in society, you don't need the book.
Correct.
Not in the
Correct. And again, all the rules are online for free.
That's what you say about like D&D and Pathfinder and like a lot of these games. You don't have to spend a lot of money, but you can,
And you most likely will.
and you will.
Yeah, you can spend quite a bit of money. You don't have to. I mean, if you homebrew a game, you don't have to spend a dime because again,
Right.
all the rules are
Dice.
online for free. Dice, that's a good point. I always forget about dice.
Well, you click roll like the virtual dice, but that's
The mathematical
That's
click
sad.
clack rocks.
Yes. So, but yeah, I mean, it's all on what you wanted to do, and for me and my group of friends, it was the community aspect.
yeah.
We got real close with a group of Pathfinders from Champaign and Indiana, just over the border. Angie and her group, and we would do what's called road trips, where we'd go down to their store and play one weekend, and then like a month later they'd come up to our store and play. Yeah. So, and we got to know quite a few. Jerry, if you're out there. Jerry's super nice guy. Angie's super nice. Quite a few people out there.
Awesome.
Yeah. Yeah. The best thing about Pathfinder is community.
Yeah, and they have a big community at Gen Con too.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah, I know, and I'm not quite sure how big it's going to be this year, but I know in previous years they would have 100 tables running at the same time. And
Their
the
stuff's,
Sagmar.
their stuff's pretty sold out.
Yeah, they usually they usually do a pretty solid job of that stuff.
So we add these up.
Yes.
So
What you got?
when we're looking at hit points, so
You're jumping ahead.
You're jumping ahead, but that's
am
fine.
I jumping hard? Sorry,
Yeah.
That's
I
okay.
wasn't sure where we were all at.
I was just
We
rambling
were
on. Nobody
adding
stopped
this.
me.
We were adding these.
All right, so you can go ahead and add
Got
your
it.
totals in onto the far right, and then just like a lot of traditional games, 10s plus 0, 12s are plus 1s, 14s are 2s, 16s are 3s, and 18s are 4s.
And eights.
8. -1. And then I want you to go ahead and add those off to the side of your totals, and then count up the total bonus number. Because it should be, I think the magic number is 9.
9.
Yeah, that's like the magic number.
Perfect.
Yeah. If you've got way more or way less, please raise your hand. Because you done messed up.
You done goofed,
Yeah.
son.
Who was the player that kept getting like +1 and +2 when they were rolling?
Kevin.
Can I ask?
Yes.
So, does the sorcerer use Dex like to cast spells? In the past, they've had to.
No.
Okay, so then I want to up his in Constitution.
Okay. Yeah. You're going to actually have a magical combat.
That's what that's new to not 3.5. So I just want
Yeah.
to. Yeah.
Yeah.
He'll be a little more.
Now at the same time, you still may want a decent dex for when you're out of spells and you have to use a crossbow or a dagger or run for your life. I'm just throwing it out there. So now that we have all our
If I'm out of
abilities
spells, I did
and we
something.
have our beginning feats, we can go to our classes
I'm just dead.
and look at line 1 at level 1. So for example, let's go to and what were we playing again?
Sorcerer.
We're playing Pathfinder.
Pathfinder's second.
Sorcerer. So as we look at our advancement level for our character class, so at the sorcerer advancement, level 1, you're going to get everything that's listed under level 1. But before we begin there, we're going to go down this side here and talk about initial
My free.
proficiencies. Perception, saving throws, skills, attacks, defense, and spells.
Okay.
So now the game itself works on a proficiency-based system. You're either going to be untrained,
You get 4 plus 2s.
trained, expert, master, or legendary.
These are all.
And as we
plus
apply
1.
those to the different categories, for example, we're all going to start and look at perception. Everybody's going to be either trained or expert in perception. So you're going to take, for example, your sorcerer here is trained in perception, Dustin.
Yes.
So we look at our character sheet. So our proficiency is going to be trained. And if you look up here on the top left of the character sheet, trained gives you 2 plus your level.
Okay.
So 3, because you're first level and you get a +2 to it. But you also get to add your wisdom. So in your wisdom modifier is a +1. So altogether your perception is going to be a 4. So 2 plus 1, because you're leveled,
Yep.
1 for your wisdom, your perception's a 4. Now if somebody has a much higher wisdom, but say the same character class, say they had an 18 wisdom, they would have +4 because of their wisdom. They'd have a 3 because of their proficiency and level, and they'd have a 7.
Okay.
So that's how that's going to work. And as you go down the right side of your character, your initial proficiencies, you gain the listed proficiency ranks in the following statistics. And proficiency, perception is trained. And then fortitude, reflex, will. It's trained, expert. And then spells, you're going to be trained in 1 or more skills determined by your bloodline. That'll be in your bloodline. And then trained in a number of additional skills equal to 2 plus your intelligence modifier. And your intelligence modifier
So I get 3.
is weak. I mean, it's low. It's low. And then
Above average.
So I'll let you go ahead and fill that out, and you guys can start going down the proficiencies of your characters. So let's start off with perception.
There it is.
There it is.
The first one.
Yeah.
And I'm sorry, the proficiency is
For your it's on your sheet right here.
trained.
Trained. So trained is 2.
Are you just
Plus
filling out
your
your
level.
character
So
sheet, not the
It's
No.
trained, expert, master.
Yeah, now we're on this sheet.
Legendary.
Now we're on the.
And
oh,
then
this-
untrained. So 0, 2, 4, 6.
Since
8.
he's told to, we're on this sheet now, right?
Yeah, we can start working on that.
Oh.
The main character sheet with you. So
You were laughing with Jamie, so.
Because she's.
I messed mine up big time, but we're good. I
She,
fixed
You
she
fixed
did
it?
put
Go
any
ahead.
of her free stuff in, and she still had it. She said she had a +8. I'm like, how? And that's because.
Did you fix it?
I fixed it. I'm good now. I have a +9.
There's a reason you don't have to worry about this table. Every guy's got everything covered.
Thanks to Allie.
Allie just throws him under the bus. They can help me like privately.
Remember, Jamie and I don't
Jamie
get along.
effed up.
Jamie and I don't get along.
We're not going to play tonight because Jamie's taking too long.
So the game again is built around this proficiency system where everything you do is going to have a proficiency to it. You're either going to be untrained on something or trained on something, and then what level of training you're at. And then you're going to also have ability modifiers that are going to apply to whatever you're trying to do. And then you may have outside factors such as terrain or magic or...
Where does it say that I add my level to this? Like, where would I put the level? Is it in the L?
I would write it in the proficiency right there totally.
Oh,
So
okay.
I would just write it all as one because it's kind of like assumed this is what it is. You're
Got it.
trained in it, and since you're trained, it's 2 + 1. And then if you ever have a question about what trained versus master versus expert is, if you look at the top left-hand corner of your character sheet, directly underneath where it says Pathfinder character sheet, it gives the explanation of the different levels of trained. So untrained is 0 plus your level.
So I have to come back to here to get my... Crud, I'm missing it.
Your feats and whatnot.
Oh, I marked them over here. Crafting. I get crafting.
There you go.
3 and 1. And I get a weird +1 for visual art.
Okay, so you put in your wisdom for perception, and then proficiency is if you're trained in it.
Yeah,
not?
and
your level.
your
And
level.
your level. Okay.
And each class is going to have different training for perception in every other skill you attempt to do, along with your saving throws. So, for example, Dustin's saving throws. Let's back up to there. What are your fortitude? Is it trained, expert, or what?
Trained.
Trained. With the monk, what's it for the monk? It should be trained in everything, right?
What?
For your saving throws.
Oh, expert in everything.
Or excuse me, expert. Yeah. So, for example, our lovely friend here, the monk,
Hello.
is going to be hard to hit and other things because of his better than average saving throws on everything. So
So
because
is you add your level to everything.
yeah, basically
What does the TEML mean?
trained, expert, master, legendary.
Thank you. So that's where I would mark that. then.
Yes.
So what happens if I double up? So if I
You
get
can't necessarily double up. You'll have to spread those out.
okay, so right now I can't become an expert.
No, no. But there are feats as you move along, and there's also character progression in certain classes that just give you the next level up on certain skills and saving throws.
So expert's 4
Experts +4,
Yes,
plus your level.
plus your level.
and we're level 1.
Yes.
Okay, so +5.
Yeah.
+5. And what is trained?
Plus 2.
Plus 2.
So
Okay.
plus 3.
And I get
Is
one
that-
more.
Does that end up equaling your proficiency? You said the trained.
Yes.
If that's okay.
Yeah.
So proficiency would be for perception 3.
And then don't forget you're going to have an ability modifier with your perception, which is wisdom. So whatever your wisdom modifier.
Right,
is,
so wisdom, so 1 + 3, so it would be 4 total. Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
Which the monk's proficiency or perception?
Perception?
Yeah. What's your wisdom?
Oh, what's my wisdom?
Yeah.
Oh, my wisdom is a +1.
Okay.
And
Not
it's
a very
trained.
wise group of adventurers.
So
No. Allie is.
Well, there's one.
I've been around.
I got a 16.
Doing a lot of
That's true.
stuff.
No, I'm feeling like
And,
I
that,
should
and
do
that's
it.
the fun thing. At one point, I think there was at least the way I understood it, is gnomes didn't die unless they stopped moving. Was and I'm pretty sure I'm wrong about that, but at one point that was my understanding. Like because of that wander that they had to do, if they just kept moving, they didn't die. I don't know if that's 100% correct though.
I like it.
That's been my headcanon.
Headcanon.
Yeah, that's another thing. When you go to society play, there's quite a bit of interest in society play, but a lot of new players don't try society play because they're nervous. We did a local event in the store near us not that long ago where we did come learn to play Pathfinder, and we had over 20 people show up because they were just interested in learning Pathfinder and society play, but they didn't just want to show up and play because they were nervous that they were going to screw up a table or get yelled at. And society play that doesn't fly. It's just that simple. Nobody's like that. Like the number one rule about Pathfinder Society play is don't be a jerk. That's number one rule. Don't be a jerk. If somebody,
That can be hard to follow.
it can, there was,
Yeah,
for
look,
some
look
people-
around this table. I have a bad.
Have we got the hit points yet? No.
Namely, that side of the.
So for some people that's a very hard rule to follow, but for the majority of like the society community I've met, everybody is just like I'm the worst person out of the group. I mean, there were some like saints I play with. They're,
Okay.
rescuing puppies from everything and then donating their fortunes, and I'm like, all right, I play board games.
What's the proficiency again?
Or what?
Oh, for fortitude reflex.
That's going to be in your character listing on Archives of Mathis.
Which research field is the alchemist taking?
I haven't got that far.
Yeah, don't wait for me. Keep chugging along. on your character.
Okay, so back to the HP.
Yes.
So
Hit points are going to be based off of two things: your ancestry, your class, and your constitution. Did I say two things?
Okay.
I meant three.
Ancestry class.
Sorry, I can do math as well.
And con. Ancestry, con, and class?
Yes.
Okay.
For example, I believe humans are 6 hit points.
8.
8 for humans? What am I
Yeah.
thinking 6? I'm thinking Goblin. They're the same class.
Yeah, same thing.
Same thing. So,
I completely agree.
Thank you, Treshkin.
so our alchemist buddy, what's your ancestry again? Was
So I am a human.
so you got 8
Yes.
plus your class.
Which is another 8, I believe it was.
It might be 6. Could be 8.
Mm-hmm.
That's the other thing. I don't have everything memorized.
Sure.
Yeah.
If you did, wow. Just wow.
I have a friend like that.
Is he a doctor?
Hi,
or is she a
Taylor.
doctor?
Hey, Taylor.
No, he's the rules
No, he's-
lawyer.
He's the knight.
Everybody's got one.
Yeah.
It'll be
Yes, it is 8 plus con for.
okay. So 8 human, 8 for class plus con. So you're at 16 plus con.
Where would
Okay,
I-
every level
No, to start with.
to start.
Every
Okay.
level beyond that, it's going to be 8 plus your con.
Got it.
When
Okay.
it says half your level, at level 1, Do you-
For an ability,
do you round up?
what are we asking about in specific?
2 plus half your level resistance.
Oh. No, I think it's just going to be 2.
Okay.
Going to be 2. Somebody look that up and let me know if I'm wrong.
What's the proficiency modifier for first level?
Depends on what thing you're looking at. Remember, your individual classes, whether it be skills, perception, or saving throws, it'll tell you in your character build what your perception or what your training level is. If it's trained,
Oh, so that's what.
Yes.
Okay, I see.
So if it's
I
trained,
see.
it's plus 2, and it's always
Yeah,
plus your
yeah,
level.
yeah,
So it goes
yeah.
up every level.
Okay.
So for our regular things that we're not trained in, we just have a
flat.
okay, whatever our dex
Yeah.
in. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Okay, so what is the
I'm only trained in 3
trained
things.
in
Does that
expert
sound
stuff?
right?
What's those?
And what?
The
In
pluses
3
to that?
things.
It's on the
Does that
top
sound
left
right?
of your sheet.
So
Trained is your level plus 2.
like-
Expert is your level plus 4.
So mine says right here,
welcome,
like
buddy.
trained in religion, trained in one thing by your mystery, trained in a number of additional skills, 3 plus your hit. Which yours probably says that.
He likes to play.
Okay, so you get the hit points from your
From your ancestry, your class, and your con.
so 8, and then my con modifier.
Okay, so we've got I'm a human, and my heritage is that I'm versatile.
Now, the other important thing to remember about playing Pathfinder is it's a game. It's supposed to be fun.
Oh,
So I
I
always
remember
stress that with my
it's equal
tables.
to
You know,
2
if
plus your intelligence.
people are going to make mistakes with adding when they roll dice, things like that. Don't stress out over it. Just oops, I screwed up. How about this? And I make mistakes too. Sometimes I forget Kevin's initiative several times in a row. Kevin. But yeah, I try to correct those when I do make those mistakes, and it's important to know that we're here to have fun. So
Kevin will forget Kevin's initiative several times.
see,
Don't worry.
any other
My
questions
skills
from the
done.
internet?
Interwebs.
The intro web.
Occultism?
Any other questions?
Any other
from the
questions,
interweb?
guys?
Nope.
I think
Am I supposed to
that's-
keep moving?
I think it,
Yeah, just keep moving on. You guys are pretty
the
much wrapping
cultism.
up.
Is there an unarmed
Similar
attack
to
here?
religion, is it necessarily bad?
There's like in previous editions there was like arcane and divine. Well, now there's arcane, divine, primal, and occultism. Just kind of look at the word generically. That's kind of what it covers. That's
Okay.
the scope of practice.
Do you
Okay.
do you
So-
want one?
Yeah, is there a spell sheet?
There's spells on the back of one of these.
People are asking again what the difference is between Pathfinder and D&D.
Several. They're gonna play and look and feel very similar, but the nuts and bolts are two different things. Pathfinder Second Edition is easier to GM. It's easier to create scenarios. It's easier to build characters once you've done it once or twice. It's just more balanced. That's the big thing for me, the balance. Like, for example, the little encounter I put together for after the character creation took me, 20 minutes to put together, and that was because I was struggling. But overall, it's just a better build. It's like... we're going to get into the 3-action economy, which is like the big selling point for me here in a few minutes. And the along with the 3-action economy, there's the success, failure, critical rate that we're going to talk about here shortly, where with attacks and saving throws and certain skills, there's not only just success and failure, but there's critical success and critical failure. So, for example, as a rough description, you say you guys are in a room and I drop a fireball on you. Not that that's going to happen. But if I drop a fireball on you, and let's say our dwarven druid just botches his saving throw. Just botches it. You know, he had to get a 15 or better to make the save, but rolled a 4. Well, that's a critical failure. He's not just taking damage. He's taking double damage because he missed by that much. And then on the other hand, if we have our alchemist buddy who got a 26 instead of a 15, he only needed a 15, he blew it out of the water. He's probably taking no damage because he just was that good about getting out of the way. And there's a lot of stacking success and failures with certain things, and it brings a new level of interest, at least for me, into the game. Especially in melee combat, where you can get a crit not only on obviously rolling a 20, but if you beat an enemy's armor class by 10 or more. I know when I was a big player back in the days before I was GMing all the time, one of my biggest gripes as a player is that there were never situations where, you were 10th, 12th level running up against a horde of goblins and not being that much more effective against them, even though you're 10th or 12th level, and there's still only like 2 or 3 hit die. There was no example of how cool you were. Now in this edition, if you get a 12th level anything swinging on a 2 hit die creature, chances are every time you're hitting, you're critting, because you're just that much better than their armor class. Their armor class could be 14, 15. And at 12th level, you're dropping more than that on your base attack. So the likelihood of you not critting is lower than actually.
So combat's more complicated, but more fun.
Oh, it's and that's the thing. It's not even more complicated. It's just that one aspect. If you hit 10 above, it's a crit. And there's more freedom in movement in this game because not everybody has a attack of opportunities. So the battle map becomes more. What's the word I'm looking for here? Dramatic, because you can have people run up to bad guys, take a swing, and then run away without worrying about getting hit.
Oh.
And things of that nature. It's more dynamic. That's the word I was looking for. More dynamic.
When this says trained in divine spell attack rolls and
Yes.
spell DCs, where is that on?
That is going to be, I think. Oh, these are the generic sheets.
Do I need the spell?
Oh, yeah.
Do I need one of these?
Yeah, you need one of the spell ones. Yeah, I think you just had a second ago.
It was wet.
You grab me
'cause
one
I
too,
got it
please.
wet.
Oh. So right there
Okay.
at the top here is your spell attack and your spell DC.
Okay.
And then this is yours. I'm going to give that back.
I know.
Yes, I need
Yeah. And again, the same proficiency rate applies. I'm sure you're probably is a trained or expert with your spells.
Trained.
So 2 plus your level plus your relevant ability modifier
Oh yeah, trained in.
plus 10 for attacking.
Okay.
Wait,
So-
say that again.
So for your
So proficiency is +3.
yeah.
And then what's key?
Your key ability.
Oh,
So for you, I'm assuming it's your wisdom?
no, it's charisma.
Charisma. Oh. I should know this stuff by heart.
And then,
So yeah, your spell attack roll is going to be your key ability, your proficiency, and then your spell DC. So anytime you cast a spell, whether it's first, second, third, or whatever level spell it's going to be, the DC for that spell is always going to be 10 plus your key ability stat plus your DC proficiency.
okay.
So, or your proficiency in your spells. So, which is nice. And that also saves on having to figure out what DC every level of spell is.
And I'm sorry, I missed the proficiency. How do I figure that? I'm just trained in it, or
It'll tell you.
It'll tell you in your class, like for example,
Oh.
go back to your
Well, I'm not-
all the way back to the beginning. Right here. This is your entire character.
trained in the spell attack rules as indicated by your blood, like trained in DCs. I'm only trained.
You're only trained.
So what is the class DC and how is that different than armor class?
Class DC is usually for, like, for example, a monk's key strike ability or like a champion's
He's dead.
smite or something like it's a specific ability for a
I don't want my
class.
Okay.
So and your armor class is obviously
Armor.
Your armor class.
Okay.
So I get an ancestral bloodline spell, but it says I only know 3 level 1 spells.
Yeah,
So does that count?
I believe that's
Oh.
separate. So you get your 3 and your 1.
So I know I have to choose one of my bloodline spells,
Yes.
but the ancestral one is different.
Yes.
Okay.
The ability is strength.
And then I got my.
So as a
Okay,
magus,
cool.
Magus.
I can use my spell ability and strength for my key.
That sounds about right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
It's Magus. They're broken.
Okay.
I mean, no, they're not broken. I swear. No, they're pretty balanced. Everything is pretty balanced. And again, I'm not super familiar with the Magus, so if we messed that up tonight,
Cuckoo. I like it.
So is there anything that allows you to build a character online? Have they developed anything?
yes,
Okay.
yes. And there's Path Builder, there's Hero Lab, and I think there's another one that I'm blanking on. I like them and dislike them all at the same time. If you can't build a character using paper, how do you know how it's supposed to play?
Okay.
If you use Hero Lab, this is my opinion, if you use Hero Lab or Path Builder, you're going to build a character and not know the functionality of the gears of it.
Okay.
And you're just going to assume it can do certain things. When meanwhile, you're like, oh, I wanted to play Robin Hood. Well, I wanted to build Robin Hood off a Ranger. Well, that's fantastic, but have you ever thought about building a Robin Hood from a champion? Or a fighter? Or a magus? Or a barbarian? And if you do those things, you'll have a better understanding and grasp of the game.
Okay.
So I know in other editions, there were things that would help you build characters, but then we constantly came across people that didn't understand the core mechanics of their own classes.
Okay.
So that's why I always push the paper. Even now, I still do all my character
That makes
creation
a
from
lot of
scratch.
sense.
Okay.
Yeah. But I mean, if you're in a rush, Path Builder.
Sure. Okay.
Yeah.
It's like learning math before you're allowed to use a calculator.
That's right.
Boom.
Yeah.
Or writing before you use ChatGPT.
Yes.
Never ever do that.
Have you been having
Ever.
Have you been having students?
Let's
do
not
that?
even. Let's not. Let's not
Keep that
even,
Pandora box.
I can't
closed.
Not even go down that
Oh my
road.
gosh. You can do it. I have faith in you.
So for TikTok, they were wondering, we are just doing a one-off right now of Pathfinder. We're all learning how to play and build a character. Our second campaign for Rule Seekers, we play
Natural ambition.
5e. Starts up in September,
We got a
and we meet
class
and
fee.
play every other Tuesday.
I'm okay.
Yeah.
My mystery gives me a weird spell.
I'm sure it is.
Not the spell's not weird, but it gives me like a spell. So is that a focus spell?
No, it'll say focus spell if it's a spell.
Class
How do I
features.
find the general feats?
It's a
Under
they
the
just
feet
this?
section.
it's a
Okay.
revelation. It's a revelation spell.
Yeah.
Is that a focus spell?
Yeah. Where we at here? Cosmos. Do.
Ooh.
Have we talked about class features yet?
Yeah, a little bit.
You just go
Skill
through.
nature.
Yeah, you just
So,
go through. Like, that's your spellcast.
Your granted cantrip is Dancing
It'll
Lights.
start explaining it.
Your granted cantrip is Dancing Lights. You get that like
Yes.
all day long. And then your revelation spell, it's like a school. It's like your school of magic. It's like what you have. It's like a bonus spell. And then
And I get the first one
Yeah.
that's listed there?
Yes.
Okay.
Let me just click on that to make sure that's the case.
Ooh.
Yeah, that is your focus spell.
That is my focus.
That is your
That's
focus
what I
spell.
wanted.
Yeah. Yeah. Spray of Stars.
What is key again?
Key is just like key. It's like how some of the players are going to have focus spells. You have key points. Key points allow you to do cool metaphysical body stuff that you get to select from at your first level abilities.
Oh, I mean like for like the
Oh, it's like your key ability score
Yeah.
for your
classes.
class.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Like it should say what is your key ability score.
Perfect.
Thank you.
And then, is this one of the classes where you prepare spells, or do you?
I want to see your spontaneous.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because I didn't see anything about like preparing.
Yeah.
spells.
Cleric is prepared. Oracle spontaneous. Wizards prepared. Sorcerer spontaneous. Alchemists are their own worst nightmare. No offense. And I want to say Magus is also prepared.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Because like unlike D&D, if you want to prepare, like when you're higher level, or if you want to prepare like cure wounds,
Oh, I'm looking for
to
feats.
cast it more than
It
once, you
doesn't
have to
seem right
prepare
with my
twice.
character to choose toughness.
Okay. Well, see, mine's different too because I can combine my abilities, so I have to like read
he will be fleet.
which spells I can
He'll be
use that
faster.
combine with my abilities. That's why it's taking me a
Alchemist.
hot minute.
This whole side of the table is going to be problematic. Alchemist.
What else is new?
Magus
Oh my
and
god.
Oracle are those type of character classes I usually recommend people steer clear from, especially their first entry into Pathfinder Society play, just to be on the safe side. You know, Druid, Monk, Rogue, nice, safe, solid, fun choices.
Okay.
Yeah, but I want to play
I was
something
gonna
that's
say,
not
dive
D&D.
right in there.
There you go. Well, then that's it. Yeah, Oracle.
Full special.
So,
actions,
um,
abilities that could be used in combination with
Is your
spells.
curse constant or just when you drop that spell?
Just when I drop that spell.
And then what is the curse? Just so I believe you said you flew. You get lighter?
I believe
I'm faster.
There you
I'm
go.
fleet.
Fleet's a solid.
I
Next good man.
can't get to the worst. I can't get to the last one yet.
Oh yeah,
I can only
minor.
cast it twice.
Your unnatural lightness makes it hard. Blah, 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 blah. You are enfeebled one. Yes.
I have an 8 strength.
This seems
Okay,
intense.
that's.
I don't know what
So
my
you're
speed
gonna
is.
you're gonna take a -2 to saves and DCs against grapple, shove, and other forms of forced movement.
Yeah, you can just
Okay.
move me.
What?
I'm gonna stay away from everybody.
Yeah, that's a pretty good idea. Don't go into melee.
Yeah, no, I won't.
Oh, there's my speed. 30.
Yeah, usually, I think elves are the only ones that start off with 30. Everybody else is like 25 or around there. I think dwarves might be 20 off the top of my
That
head.
did not escape my notice.
20, yeah.
Okay.
So used to 30.
How are we doing on time?
Oh, we are at 7:10. So we usually take a intermission about 7:45, and then we come back and play.
Wow, we're doing pretty good then.
Yeah.
We're almost done with the characters, really.
Yeah,
technically.
we've only.
I mean, if like we had to play the second, you could work through it. So.
I need to choose my spell.
I
My spell.
screenshot my spells.
I'm
before
shopping right now. Padded armor is known for its comfort.
How do you know? Yeah, how do you know what equipment?
That's
you get,
all
right?
it's known
Oh
for.
my.
10 gold.
10 gold.
10 gold.
Oh, I thought it said 130 silver. No, 10 gold.
Wait,
I like 10 gold.
I'm having addition fog. Wait a minute.
130 silver is what I had seen somewhere. Just...
Yeah, thanks a lot. Thanks a
Yeah,
lot.
but I mean, maybe it's 10 gold.
It's 10 gold! Shh.
I think it was 10
It is not 10
electrum.
gold. It is silver.
Sorry, everybody.
Yeah, thanks a lot, man.
Damn my lawful alignment.
Can we have his gold?
Let's go with that 130 silver. I'm pretty sure that's it.
That's more anyway.
Yeah.
Okay.
Alright, I'm gonna do something
It
different.
is. That is.
TikTok! You're gonna
One
pick my
gold.
first level spell. Ready?
So.
So.
30 silver's
Roll
13
for it.
gold.
Her
Or
DC.
13
Oh, is it 10?
No, let them
It's a
pick.
10.
Alright, Horizon Thunder Sphere,
Great
Hydraulic Push, Ray of
Can I
Enfeeblement,
shop with you?
Shocking
shopping
Grasp,
for
or
spells?
Snowball.
I'm shopping for spells.
Pick one.
I need need you to shop.
I know what
for
I'm a fan of.
equipment.
When did we do the equipment? I didn't see that.
Where were the
Fine.
Equipment's kinda
places?
Oh,
We got
I need
hit
to do
points.
this real quick.
Yeah, it was your ancestry, your dwarf.
Right.
It should be 8.
10.
10
10 for
for
Just
dwarf.
to get my spells.
Your class?
I did
Solid
that.
push.
Is 8 plus con, which is
Right.
10.
So
Enough
18
time.
plus your con.
Okay.
Con
So
modifier.
20.
Which is,
Okay, yeah.
So,
I like that each bloodline has their own spell list. That's pretty intense.
oh yeah, like you can be a healer as a sorcerer.
Yeah, that's
Because if you take the angelical bloodline, you basically are going to be dropping heal spells.
All right, I'm seeing hydraulic push.
Yeah, that's a solid one.
All right.
So I will say, I've got to say this one. This right here, page 307 in the book.
Wow,
A spell list that gives you a brief description of the spells is very missed from 3.5
Yeah.
into 5e.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I use D&D Beyond because
Ugh.
the books are a nightmare.
Like
for
that
the spells.
that spell chart though in 3.5 was like everything to
Yeah,
me.
it was. I miss it.
I miss it so much. I should just make one.
Can you explain persistent damage and splash damage?
Yeah, but like.
So splash damage is when or they're both going to be in combat, but basically splash damage is you threw something at the monk, it hit him. Well, splash is going to bounce off of him and hit his two buddies next to him, and now they're going to take damage. Persistent is you created a bleeding wound in somebody, so at the end of their next turn, they're still going to take more damage.
Is that continuous or just typically like one round?
It's continuous. There's a flat save in certain situations that'll stop it, and then their magical healing will stop it flat out. But most bleed damage usually isn't like here's 4d6 of bleed damage.
Right.
It's 1, 2, 3 points.
But it stacks. Does it stack?
Oh, well, it never stops. If you get a bleed damage on somebody and they don't do anything to stop it, every round at the end of their turn they're bleeding out. And it's like
That's your,
2 point, 3 point.
your key modifier.
There's some creatures that
So
do
whatever.
bleed damage,
What is it for?
and it can get pretty nasty.
It's just free.
Dex or strength.
If there's no cost to a weapon,
That makes
is it
sense.
free?
I feel dumb.
Yes,
Um,
is staff.
yeah.
Yeah,
Is
it's-
there,
you're,
and then
you're picking a stick out of the woods, basically. Yeah,
if you're not trained, can you not use it?
you can. It's just gonna be a good luck.
I feel
Just
like
good
don't
luck.
do it.
Yeah,
It's 150 silver. It says so right here in the character creation
Thank you.
worksheet.
What?
it's 150
Oh.
silver.
He's trying to steal our.
Sorry.
We worked it out ahead
I'm
of time.
frugal.
Oh.
Again, addition fog. I apologize to the interweb.
How much do we
I
get?
know somebody's screaming at me right
Oh
now.
no, there's like
What?
150
silver.
Oh, so this stuff's expensive.
Some stuff can be expensive.
Yeah.
Yeah, and one of the neat things with society play, as you kind of progress along, you're going to gain access to more, obviously expensive but rare items the further you play into the game.
Okay.
So, probably the neatest thing they did with magical equipment is they changed up, for example, how magic weapons work. So, for example, in previous renditions, if you had like a magical dagger, it would do the plus whatever it is to the dagger. Now they kind of separate the pluses to hit versus the damage, and it's kind of two different boons, and you got to throw them up on the weapon incrementally, and it's only up to a +3 because once you get that +3 dagger all together, you still get the +3 to hit, but now you're doing 44 points of damage instead of 1d4 +3 because it's giving you additional weapon damage die.
Okay.
And so, for example, with a dagger, that does 44 points of damage. That's pretty good. But if you're using, I don't know, a great axe that's dropping d12s, and it's a +3 striking,
Plus
so you're
4d12.
you're dropping 4d12s on somebody.
Nice.
And
Oh, I
Yeah.
didn't get class feet.
Okay, so for my do you have to use strength for everything?
as far as
Or like-
attacking,
Yeah.
no, there's a feat called weapon finesse.
But if the weapon is finesse,
The weapon is finesse. You have to have weapon finesse feat.
so you use strength for a dagger.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Unless you throw it, then you can use dex.
Then I can use dex.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm a -1 on my dex.
Don't go into melee.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, no, because I have a proficiency.
Yes.
Positive and negative damage?
Yes.
And positive and negative healing as well? Is that a thing?
Well, kind of in a sense, yes.
Okay.
For example,
you just jump.
When you burst out a healing
I don't
spell,
know what
it's going to heal. It's not going to hurt.
What is it doing?
Okay. So negative healing is that
Where does
like
it say to
necrotic?
burst?
Necromantic, yes. Yeah, like
Okay.
your healing skeleton.
So what's positive versus negative damage?
The mirror opposite. You know, if you're in a crowd of undead and you drop a healing to hurt, it's just hurting.
Very
So yeah.
I'm gonna pick a class feat. Hold on.
Oh, see, it's got packs, guys. It's got a class kit you can just buy.
Oh yeah, it's got
good.
class kits. Yeah.
What's the difference
Oh,
between
that-
Dex and Cap?
I'm sorry.
Or Dex and
It
Cap?
even gives
for
you your
armor
money
class?
left over.
Certain
I
armors are going to have dex caps. Like for example, full plate
Yeah.
+1. Even if you got an 18 dex, you're only going to get 1 point of your dexterity out of it because it's bulky. And so that's what the cap part is. And then say if you're wearing, for example, like padded armor, I don't even know if it has a cap.
Okay.
So it may not have a cap. Or if it does, it's like +8. So if you've got that really high dex,
That's
yeah.
giving you way more
All right.
gold.
Thank you.
than- No, we don't have gold. You can't buy the class pack.
Your silver
It costs
translates.
money.
Your silver translates to gold, Allie.
What?
150 is
Silver.
15 gold
it's
pieces.
15 gold.
Oh, I thought it was more than that.
Coming on over here trying to tell me I don't get my soup.
You're saying we have 15 gold pieces?
But they have this nice
150 silver.
in that kit. They give you the leather armor, which is not comfortable.
Yeah, that's
Padded
true.
armor is comfortable.
Padded armor
I
is
don't know that I
comfortable.
can pay that. I'm going with comfort.
I'm just saying.
So I just want to point out some of the players here. We played Curse of Strahd and we didn't kill things. So we're a very unique group to be from.
You didn't kill things?
We locked things in.
The only time we massacred was in that was like in that attic when we the guy in
Vampires literally swarmed us.
Yeah,
Oh,
that was,
well, in the
that was the
death
only time
house?
where we like had to.
In the
just,
death house?
Yeah. No,
that-
after the
Just
death
out of
house.
curiosity, did you win? Did you?
We stopped
survive?
playing because of schedule.
Okay.
Scheduling.
Scheduling.
It's
It's these two and
The
then
greatest enemy of role-playing games.
It's
Schedule.
these-
Yeah.
It was Kevin and Dustin, and then two other people who could never come.
Ironically enough, you guys are going to be just outside of Ustalav tonight, which is in world campaign setting that's the macabre horror setting in society play. So, ironically enough.
Oh, So as there's a minimum strength for armor,
Yes.
I'm guessing.
That's
Yeah.
cool.
You could still wear it. It just you start taking penalties.
Do I
Like
know
what?
what's in the adventures? Sorry.
To a bunch of stuff.
Like not good.
Yeah, not good. What's that? That's the-
I found it. I found it.
okay, never mind. Anybody good? Anybody need anything?
What is a check penalty in armor?
Armor check penalty is going to apply to some physical ability stats. So
Okay.
things like acrobatics, athletics,
If I'm
you're swimming, you're jumping, you're climbing.
Okay. Okay.
if I'm
I
trained
see.
in unarmored,
Uh-huh.
what does that do?
That's going to give you 2 plus your level plus your dex for armor class.
Okay, I'm just not gonna wear armor.
Yeah, it's yeah. They make it pretty nice not to have to wear or use equipment that you don't want to or doesn't feel appropriate for your character. Like the monk should never have armor on.
Yeah,
Period.
I'm not gonna wear it.
You know.
I don't need armor.
I can't do math.
And neither can I.
Magus is a medium armored hybrid martial caster.
That's a whole lot in one sentence.
Right?
Yeah.
Say it 5 times fast.
Again, not quite the core rule book.
Medium armored hybrid martial caster.
Yeah.
Medium armored hybrid martial caster.
Yeah.
Love it.
I got this.
Okay, I'm gonna do that.
Anybody recommend a martial armor?
I used to have some players that would come and they'd be like, "Hey, can I try out this class?"
Ah.
And I'd be like, "Yeah, that's fine." Until I learned, no, never, never. They'd be like, "Oh, so I did this and I combined it with this book and this book and this book,
Yeah.
and now I instantly kill everything on the map."
Oh yeah. Now
Okay.
In first edition Pathfinder, we were playing almost religiously, like twice a week. It almost felt like, but it was more like 4 times a month. But we had a group of guys who got super proficient in character builds and character designs in first edition. That they were it was insane.
Yeah.
It was like taking 2 levels of monk, 3 levels of sorcerer, and a splattering of barbarian, and then what? That doesn't make any sense. And then they had functional characters. It was just like, how does that work exactly?
What is that? Like the little axe thing?
Oh, that's where you just put your total for attacking.
Ah.
So yeah.
says
And again,
me.
and again, if you're trained in your martial arts, it'll be 2 plus your level plus your strength.
Alrighty.
Yeah. And that'll be your plus to hit. So when you drop to attack, it's d20 plus that number.
Yeah. Okay. Perfect.
Yeah.
Because I was just looking. I was like, I don't know what this symbol is.
It's a battle axe.
No, in 3.5, if your key ability was high enough, you got extra spells. Does that happen in? Okay.
You kind of shied away from that.
Oh, I loved it. It's,
I
it's like the
know.
secret spell.
Yeah,
you,
I know.
You only got if you were like had read the whole book.
Yeah. I missed that too. That would be one thing I'd like to see them put back in. I don't think they're gonna.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Speaking of which, they are going to be doing a remaster. I think we talked about that a little while ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're going to be updating Pathfinder 2nd Edition, removing some content, putting in other parts, basically clearing it up from any.
Oh gosh.
Oh, you hit the
I
camera.
hit the camera.
It wasn't me.
It's all Star Trek now.
I mess it up. Oh wait, it's all good. We'll keep going.
But,
They'll let us know.
Way to go, Dustin.
Woohoo! So it
I set the camera. I can mess the camera up.
oh.
Okay. I don't know. Do I get to add any proficiency to my armor class?
Yeah. Again, it's all listed in the beginning, Dustin.
I know, but it's confusing.
It's
You gotta go
confusing.
through it.
Got 197.
Everybody else seems to be fine, Dustin.
I know.
You're the only one I have to help.
I'm just
You're
about
the
done.
GM.
I'm just about done.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm like all up in your space right now. I'm so sorry.
Trained in defenses. Untrained in all armor. Trained
Yep.
in unarmored defense. So if I'm not wearing it, I get
Yep.
that. Okay.
Yep.
What is unarmored defense?
Not wearing armor.
Unarmored attacks.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
I'm trained in unarmored attacks too.
So
can
I don't
punch
get to
people.
use a dagger.
Why? Why?
Trained in simple weapons.
Yeah. You can use it. there.
Okay.
Yeah. Simple one.
What am I in? Simple, light and medium armor.
Wait a minute.
I'm not doing chain
There's a
because
lot.
that's.
For an alchemist?
Are all the other classes like this?
No.
No, I
Again,
don't.
alchemist, magus, oracle, and
I mean,
I
For
want
what?
to say I tried warning you guys. I'm going to throw that out in the beginning.
no, it's really.
I might
it's
not have
pretty
told
cool.
them that. I just
I'm
didn't
showing 645 results on things that are alchemal that I can create.
Oh, yeah.
645.
Oh yeah, and they
Crazy.
just keep adding to it. It's insane. It's good insane though.
What is the class DC?
It's going to be again back to your character. The beginning of your character.
Okay.
It's going to be. Here, let me pull this guy up underneath here. If you're speaking specifically about. Oh, we're not talking about that. Certain classes have got abilities, like for example, the monk's key ability to. What's the knockout punch? Stunning fist.
Okay.
That would be an example of a class DC.
So I don't have to worry about it. Mine
No.
are all spells.
Yeah, yours are all spells.
Okay.
So, but like the monk's got the stunning fist. There's other classes with other abilities that it would impact or come from or come into play with.
I think that I am ready to go.
Oh.
Okay, so hold on. This says
Did you get
AC
your spells?
bonus +1, but
I'm
this
gonna have to
says
look at
Dex
the
or
Screenshot
Cap.
mine.
Because it says Dex Cap +4.
Ignore the cap because you're not wearing armor. Are you wearing armor? Oh,
Yeah,
you might be wearing.
I'm gonna wear leather.
Certain armor, don't worry about it with leather. But like plate mail, if you've got an 18 dex and you got 18 dex and you got a +4 to your dexterity, but you're wearing plate mail, you only get to use one out of those 4 points because you're walking around in
okay.
sheets of metal. So that's what the cap represents. The dex though is your dex ability modifier, so you would throw that in there. And if
Okay.
you're using leather, I don't think it might be a +5
What's a
or
dagger
4
using? Probably
is the
one.
cap for leather armor. So I'm thinking you're fine.
Oh, do
Yeah,
I
it
need
says
to add
AC
all
bonus
these?
+1, Dex Cap +4.
Yeah. So if you had a dex of a 22,
Okay.
you'd only get 4 of those points
Got
because the
it.
armor is not like not wearing armor.
Okay.
So
Patrick, I noticed that everyone usually starts with one hero point. But I
Yes.
just want to say you've been really informative tonight. I mean, I feel like you've taken me really well into the game, and I'm ready to go. And I wonder if
no, keep it going. Keep it going.
Yeah.
Keep it going. I feel something
What
stirring.
is it? Is a hero point like an inspiration?
yeah, it's like
It's a hero point is essentially a free reroll of 1d20
Holy
that you
crud.
messed up. And people usually use it for botched saving throws or a clutch moment where it's like, I have to hit the enemy now, or we're all dead.
It's an inspiring idea.
Yeah, isn't it? It is. I saw what you were doing.
You caught on?
As soon as you
Yeah.
start talking, I'm like, oh, here it comes. And then another thing.
Charming liar, right? I'm just,
Super clever, right?
Don't get me wrong.
Sorry,
It's
I
still
had
worked.
my
I'm
bonus.
just enjoying
My
it.
proficiency.
Another
My
thing
leather,
hero points
my
are
AC
used
bonus
for
plus
is
one, so I
the
would
dying
plus 4.
death condition.
oh.
If you get knocked down to
Right.
0, you're
Yeah, my AC
dead
bonus
dying,
is
and you
that
go
plus my
into a dying
proficiency in it,
condition.
So I'd be
Um,
plus 4.
What's the word we're looking for here?
Okay.
Routine. And if you have hero points, if you have 1 or if you have 4, it doesn't matter how many you have, you burn them all right then and there, and you stabilize at 0.
Oh.
I noticed that the toughness feat also reduced the DC for that too.
And always forget if it's a DC 5 or 10 or 15.
So what happens with that? Like when you start to die, like because
You die. Ha!
You see a
fall down
light
to the ground. You immediately move in initiative order to just before the enemy, or just before the enemy's turn.
okay,
So you get a full round for somebody to come along and heal you before you die. So you're at 0, and you gain the dying condition. So every round you have a save, and I believe it's 10. And it's a flat 10. Roll d20, you got to get a 11 or better. If you make it, you stop the dying condition and you flat and you hover right there. If you fail, you go to dying 2. Fail again, dying 3, you're dead.
okay.
And some feats like Die Hard will let you go to dying 4, and I think dwarves, or is it orcs? Orcs have got something that do that.
And then like, do you
Now,
do anything with the crit fails on dyings? Or
Yes!
You just, yeah. Okay.
yes.
So
And
do
then the
we.
same thing if I crit you to die, to kill you, you go from 1 to 2 like that.
Okay.
The death
Yeah.
conditioning.
Good.
But at the same time, though, if where was I going with this? If again you have hero points, you can burn them and then you just stabilize, and that's it. But once we bring you back to life, you've got the is it dying? Not dying. There's a condition that stacks on top of you that doesn't go away.
Okay.
So that way, the next time you fall down to 0, instead of starting at 1, you carry over that previous death to 2 or 3 or wherever it puts you.
Does it go away with like long rests and stuff?
Yes.
Okay.
Long rest.
But like
and
you just keep trudging forward.
Yes, you're pushing buttons. Yeah. Good. Yeah. They do that to make it a kind of a balance of like, hey, doesn't necessarily mean you're gonna die, but if you keep doing stupid stuff,
Yeah.
So in the monk
death and dying.
in the monk feats, it says traits, monk, and stance. Do I
Yes.
have to have both of those, or
For first level?
yeah?
Well, you have to, yes. Basically, you have to pick either, like, for example, crane or dragon or gorilla, because those are the first level feats that you have access to.
Yeah.
And the trait means that it's a monk feat and it's a stance feat, which means you actually have to activate your,
Oh, okay.
your kung fu karate
Yeah.
stance,
Okay,
and
perfect.
and then go from there.
Thank you.
And in your class ability, look up stance because it'll be in the first page, and that may be a full action. So for like example, barbarians, the barbarians have rage, but it's not free. They have to spend 1 action to rage, and then
okay.
they have the rest of their turn.
Oh, okay. Perfect.
So
Thank you.
same thing with like for example, rangers have got like kind of like a Hawkeye ability where they can eye up targets and helps them out. Did you go animal companion or?
Animal companion.
Okay, what'd you pick?
Don't know yet.
I would go bear. I'm just saying. Yeah. Nice, safe, all around. Good option. Yeah, easy to find.
Sloth.
No. No, not a sloth.
Let's go
to
the mall.
Yeah, I like this chair. Mm-hmm. Anybody have any questions? The internet? Anybody?
I just want to make sure with my AC real quick. So I add my dex, and then since I'm proficient in leather armor, do I add my proficiency as well?
Yes, because 2 plus 1 your level, so 3 plus your leather armor.
What are the rules for rolling and building a character? You don't roll.
Don't roll.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Well, there's optional rules for everything. There really are. And for society play, I don't believe you can roll. But like if you're just doing a homebrew type thing, there's nothing to stop you from dropping 4d6 or 3d6. Cool. Yeah, I mean it's your guys' home game, whatever you want to do. It's tricky when you start dropping dice though, because I've had characters that the one of the funnest characters I ever played was in a 2nd edition D&D campaign where we did 3d6, and at the end of it we got to roll a d8, and you get to spread those points to whatever ability scores you wanted to, and as I've never been able to replicate it, but in 2nd edition D&D I ended up with a character with all 18s when I was all said and done.
That's lucky.
And I was just like, what the? And the guy, I was like, that's cool. And looking back at it, I had no idea how impressive that was.
Yeah.
That was one of the funnest characters I played, and I played him for years. And he didn't die.
Good.
He retired alive.
So a few other questions.
Yes.
For one, we are gonna play tonight, so
Oh, yeah.
that's what.
We're almost, yeah.
Character creation takes a long time, especially when you're doing a new system. So this is we are playing Pathfinder 2nd.
You guys are
edition.
actually flying through this rather quickly.
Yeah, we're doing Pathfinder
Pretty pleased
2nd
with
edition. We normally play D&D. This is not our garage. This is actually our home studio. We are in our Dustin and myself. This is our basement. So.
And this is my new chair.
Yeah. So Patrick is DMing this Pathfinder game. He's kind of walking us through it. We will be playing later. Normally, Dustin here is our role seeker DM when we play regularly.
Special guest.
Yes, Patrick is our special guest tonight.
May I purchase? It doesn't say
What's
like. I would like to purchase like 3 small pouches of powder of different colors.
Yeah.
Like how much would
Whose
you
is
think
this?
that would?
Like 2 copper.
Like I want to. Like I don't want it to be like.
Is this yours?
I want it to burst,
Yep.
but like
Can
they
I
won't
use it?
like blow up. Like just like
You're looking for aesthetic effect.
Yes.
2 copper. 1 copper. 1 copper. Yeah. And ironically enough, if you dig into the game deep enough, you'll find that somewhere.
Yeah.
But for right now, I'm saying 1 copper.
Color
Will you
palette.
say top 3 differences between Pathfinder
Oh, no.
2nd
Ooh, good
edition
question.
and D&D 5e?
Number 1 is they have a cave pterosaur that I can use as an animal companion.
What is it?
what?
A little
What's
baby
it sound like?
pterodactyl.
Oh.
What's it sound
do
like?
it.
I wouldn't say that's one of the top 3, but
Yeah,
that's
no.
It is
No,
for me.
The top 3, the first one's 3 action economy, which is the actual combat mode of the game system, which is fantastic. And once we get into it, you guys will see how awesome it is because it does 2 things. One, it gives you a wide variety of options, but once you realize that nothing you do is a bad idea, if that sounds funny, it doesn't slow down gameplay. And in fact, people just
Trevor will make bad choices.
Yeah. Well,
Yes.
I didn't say there wouldn't be bad players.
Wait.
Yeah.
Hang on.
The
The
evolution.
character and the player are 2 different things.
That's right.
The evolution of success from critical to regular to critical again. And then the other thing I think, and this is kind of cheesy. Yeah, just don't laugh at me. Community again. I played D&D for years. I played Pathfinder for years, and the Pathfinder community, just hands down, is just the bomb. I mean, I hate to say it that way. Yeah.
Awesome.
Will we be using any type of figures or terrain?
I did bring some stuff. I know we're also probably going to dig into probably what you guys have too for figs or
Oh
whatnot.
yeah, and we've got our battle cam.
Ooh,
we can turn on.
There we go.
Yeah, those
So,
figures. Lots of figures.
So if you want to see that though, like go to Twitch. That's where you'll be able to see the battle cam much better.
This is not Dungeons and Dragons. This is Pathfinder, which is
The
very
Inheritor.
similar. Yes.
Yeah.
How much gold did you say we have or silver?
15.
15.
15 gold or 150 silver.
This
is great.
Yeah.
Oh, what's that?
Twitch is so you can search role seekers on Twitch on everything. And is there a link in there?
Yeah, in our bio, there's a link. Just go to our TikTok and there's a link tree. It'll take you everything.
Yeah,
I
you'll
gotta
see a
remember
lot.
to put
So
this up
like
as
you
my
won't see
player
all
journal.
this stuff. You'll see these cameras. You can see. You'll see the
Good for
views from
intermission.
those.
Right?
Yeah. I'm
So-
surprised my phone's not exploding.
Will that 15 gold limit me on my how many alchemist things I can have? Bombs or
No, because that's a separate limit. That's in your class. You'll have to dig that out of your
Got it.
character description because you get so much of that every day. It's no different than a wizard or sorcerer getting spells. You just get so many potions to make a day.
Okay.
Can I have a bag full of no value trinkets
No.
for my travels.
Yes, you
Yeah.
can.
Okay, I make them up as we're playing.
Yeah, something like
I
that.
don't know
I
what's in it.
bought a writing set, but what it is I sell these things where
Forgeries?
No,
Oh.
it's even better. They're special magical drawings where if you look at them and if you stare at it, kind of let your eyes go soft and stare at them, suddenly there's like a 3-dimensional image in front, and it's only like
Did you bring
it's
that
only
with you?
4 copper.
Oh, there you
Did
go.
you bring those with you?
Like the player?
Yeah.
No. But I knew that Barnaby was going to be selling these.
I've never gotten one of those to work. I've never.
Oh,
What?
like I can just go.
Yeah.
Yeah, it takes a certain level of turning it off,
Oh,
which
yeah.
I'm really good at because I do it all the time. So-
Mine's never on, so I don't know why it just doesn't happen all the time regularly.
You haven't bought Barnaby's special magical parchment.
Yeah.
Oh boy. Then it'll happen for you.
So when we're looking at armor class, there's
Yes, sir.
dex
So my
or cap.
proficiency for DC.
What is the cap?
Proficiency 1.
This is funny. This is the fourth time I've explained this.
I'm
Yeah,
so
no,
sorry.
no, it's not your fault. No,
What is
cap
this
is
for?
like if you're wearing
Like
armor,
last year's
it'll
spells?
restrict your dexterity
No.
abilities points.
Do you need this?
Got it.
Like
I don't
your
know.
bonuses.
Talking
So,
about
for
it.
example, plate
Yeah,
mail,
like, I know, I don't
you
think
might
I
get
actually
1 out of 4
used it,
points
but I think
from
this
your
would be
dexterity
great. It'd be your
just
level
because you're
plus
walking around in
adventure.
plate mail.
Got it.
But leather will give you
I
a
think
much
we'll use
broader
it.
amount of your dexterity.
Okay.
See it.
You probably have a spell save DC.
I have a spell save.
Yeah,
DC.
so-
If I have a spell save DC, do I need a class DC?
No, not unless your class specifically calls.
I didn't see it, but
We are going back to our bi-weekly sessions starting September 5th with a brand new campaign, level 1 characters.
New classes
Nope.
and races.
Dustin
Yes.
created them.
So,
woohoo.
so we are right now we're on our break. Dustin and I had a baby, so we taking a little bit of time off, but we have been doing kind of some one-off stuff just to get away from being with the baby 24/7.
What? No.
So we will be starting September 5th and every other Tuesday. Can everyone introduce themselves real quick?
Yeah.
Start.
Oh, yeah, hi. My name is Patrick. I'm the organizer of LodgeCon. We're a 2-day-long geek and game convention out of the Will County Fairgrounds this November 4th and 5th. I'm also a venture captain for the Pathfinder Society Organized Play Foundation, and I help organize games at conventions and local game stores.
Okay.
My name is Kevin. I play this game with these people. I was playing a monk, but now I'm going to be playing. He did. He done died.
He
in
done
the
dead.
last game. I'm going to be moving on to a Vey cleric.
Oh, are you gonna tell people what you're
What's
playing?
a Vey?
Oh, and you mean the next campaign?
The next
Yeah.
campaign,
Oh.
Kevin is playing one of the new races called the
Okay.
Vey. So you'll find out more about that. Eli,
Hi, I'm Eli. What are we?
just introduce yourself.
Hello, I'm Eli. We're playing Pathfinder right now. I'm playing a monk.
Hey everybody, I'm Martin. I am a writer for Gaming Honors, which is a small RPG company here in Northwest Indiana. We make these hero pins, which are health indicator pins, and we publish modules for DCC and 5e. And tonight I am playing a gnome rogue charlatan who's ready to make a deal with you.
For your art.
That was
Oh my god.
great. Oh,
That's
man.
gonna get rough
How
later.
can I go after that? My name's Trevor Spiegel. Tonight I am playing a human alchemist. I have no clue what I'm doing. In our campaign that we just finished, I was playing a bard who actually survived pretty much almost the whole campaign. It was a good time.
Almost.
Wait a
Almost
minute.
a good time.
Almost.
He
Almost.
survived the campaign.
Right, and then I made a deal with the devil. But it was a good time. Annoyed lots of people, made lots of friends.
Nice. Great. Hi, I'm
no friends.
What is? Oh, it's
Poor
armor.
Trevor. Okay, hi, I'm Jamie. I'm a teacher by trade, but now I'm a stay-at-home mom of twins. Tonight I am playing a whisper elf. Magus. Sorry.
There are people screaming, it goes the other way.
I know,
With all
I'm
the pronunciations.
I think it's Magoose.
Magoose. Yes. But yeah, in our D&D game coming up in September, I will be playing a ranger, Benari.
which is like a high elf.
which is like a high elf. It's our own little class.
Yes.
There's a fighting stick.
But I'm
Yes.
Allie.
I'm very happy about this.
Tonight I'm going to be playing a gnome oracle, which is not a class that's in D&D, so I think I kind of know what I'm doing. Good. And in our next campaign, I'm going to be playing a class that Dustin's created, and so I'm gonna let that one be a little bit of a surprise. But super excited about that, and playing probably a race that's equivalent to a drow. Ish. So.
Yeah.
And my real job is property management.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Woof, woof, woof.
And a stay-at-home mom right now. That's
Yeah,
the hardest
on
job there is.
Maternity
Yes.
leave.
Oh my gosh. My
Most
name's
important job.
My name's Dustin Ritchea. I'm usually the game master or dungeon master for Role Seekers. And tonight I'm going to be playing a human sorcerer who is also an artist
Volunteer.
and a philanthropist. We'll see if I can make that happen.
My character's already done art. She's moved past that.
Not my art.
I can't hear philanthropist without thinking of the Always Sunny
I
episode
know.
where they trying to get Charlie a girlfriend, and it's like, yeah.
Yeah, inappropriate.
Cool. Good stuff.
Here, I'll send it to you.
If it's coming from Always Sunny, it's probably not okay to say on stream.
It's so
Yeah.
True.
Yeah.
funny. Oh, it's so funny.
Is everyone
There's
done
one.
with
We're in
characters?
Indiana.
I'm ready.
Anybody need anything else? Are you ready to take that break?
Yeah, I think take the break and then come back and play.
Alright,
So-
we usually take 20. So
20,
we have a
okay.
20-minute
Alright,
and
yeah,
just
cool.
We have
the
a 20-minute
bathrooms.
timer.
Bathroom.
We've got a 20-minute timer
Okay.
and we'll be
Um,
back to
Cry
play.
a little bit.
So TikTok, we
gotta let it out.
Yeah.
we are going to just mute the audio while we're on a 20-minute break. If you're on Twitch, you'll actually see our intermission video. And then when we come back, we actually have to turn the live off and turn it back on. Otherwise, we play for too long and it kicks us off.
Yep.
So,
The finer points.
Yeah.
All right.
Excellent.
See you in 20.
See you in 20.
Bye.
Oh, welcome back.
did someone restart? the
Oh, I
TikTok?
didn't see you
Yeah.
there.
So the first half, just as a quick recap, we help everybody build a character. Everybody's pretty much set for the rest of the evening, and what we're going to do now is we're going to do just a quick mock combat, just to show you how some of the gameplay functions. Basically, if you have a question while we're playing, stop me. If something doesn't make sense, stop me, and I'll explain it. But ultimately, within the combat system or the actual play of the game itself, there's 3 modes of play. Downtime, which takes place outside of adventuring time. This is where you're making items, building castles, writing scrolls, making money, things like that. Side jobs. Then there's exploration mode. And that's something we're going to visit a little bit tonight. And this is basically when you're traveling from point A to point B. As you're making your way through the world, think of the Indiana Jones on a plane and the little line going across the globe. That's what exploration mode is. And then inevitably, at some point today, we are going to get into some combat. And we're going to use the 3-action economy system for combat. Now, what that entails is everyone at the table on their turn is going to have 3 actions and 1 reaction. Okay? So on your turn, if you want to move, attack, move, that's legal. If you want to move, that's legal. If you want to attack, that's also legal. Now, for our spellcasters, some of your spells will have 1 action requirements, 2 action requirements, and sometimes maybe even 3. A prime example of that would be like Magic Missile. Or any of the lower level healing spells. You can pop them off as a 1, 2, or 3 action spell, so it kind of dictates every round what you're going to end up doing for actions as a spellcaster. For those of us who are more of the melee inclined, or bombers, we're basically going to be using our turn to move, getting into a good position to attack, doing so, and then if able to, scooting back. I know the important thing that I always like to try and stress to new groups and new players is this is a cooperative team sport. So if you have the opportunity to help a buddy or a party member by providing a flank, dazing an opponent, stumbling an opponent, tripping an opponent, or whatever the case may be, especially for our rogue, it's really going to help him with extra damage. And it's also going to help the rest of the party the quicker the enemies drop. So, other than that, any questions before we begin?
Just one thing on the reactions.
No questions.
Oh. I'll wait.
Oh, okay.
I'll wait. It'll come up.
What do you got?
On the reactions,
Yes.
do we get... It's at any moment. Like I have nimble dodge as a reaction. And
As
so
long as you've gone in an ish, you can use a reaction.
after you've gone, you can.
After
use it.
you've gone,
Okay.
you can use your reaction. And Nibble Dodge is a perfect example of one. What's your armor class sit at normally right
16.
now? 16. So if I have a bad guy swinging him and I hit armor class 16, he could then, as a reaction, say, I'm using Nibble Dodge. And that immediately increases his armor class by 2, which means now I've missed. So I've just wasted an attack on him.
And do I only get to use that once per turn?
Yes.
Okay.
Once a
per
reaction.
round.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
All right.
But that's a fantastic thing.
Okay.
So, excuse me. Okay. Let's see. Does everybody have their little cheat sheet I printed up on actions, just so in case you need to know or look at something or come up with something crazy? All right. Now, tonight, what we're going to be doing is we're going to be playing a funny thing happened on the way to Carcow. A little adventure I put together, a little snippet here. You, the party, are in mid-travel to the city of Carcow, where the Pathfinder Society has sent you and asked you to travel there to begin your very first mission for the Society. Recently, and unfortunately, though, your group has discovered that you're hopelessly lost in the wilderness. And in fact, you find yourself slopping through a swamp at the moment. But hope springs eternal, as in the distance, you see a hilltop. And that hilltop could provide your group a new vantage point at which should help you find your path again. Now, with that being said, we're in exploration mode. And this is the part where we're traveling across country. You guys are way over that way. You're like way off the map. Now, in exploration mode, everybody's going to have an opportunity to do something in exploration mode. And these are a couple rough examples. You could avoid notice. You could defend the party. You could detect magic. You could follow the expert if you've got a master guide trying to lead you through the woods. You can hustle because you're trying to get somewhere really quick. You can investigate areas or the path that you're on. You can also repeat or sustain certain spells for prolonged periods of time. You can also scout. Now, every one of these activities adds a benefit to either you or the party. And the easiest one to explain is scout. If somebody's going to be scouting, they're basically moving ahead of the party, keeping an eye on the road, looking out for dangers, but at the same time, if you go from exploration mode to combat mode, the person who was the scout has now just given everyone a +1 to initiative because they're scouting. Same thing with defending. Is anybody using a shield? Oh, never mind. All right. If somebody was using a shield and using the defending action while in exploration mode, the second combat starts, they could start with their shield raised, which is a great benefit to that individual character. So, also, if you have any applicable skill or idea of something you want to try during exploration mode, this is the time as the players to say, hey, I got an idea. And a prime example of that, which isn't listed in the rulebook that I'm aware of, if you're in exploration mode in, say, a major metropolitan area, and you're making your way through the streets, for example, somebody could be using intimidation to clear the crowd out in front of the group. So that way, as you're making your way down the street, it's a little easier because somebody's out front snarling, going, get out of our way. And everybody's just kind of parting out of your group's way. Now, some of these skills or actions that you do during exploration mode will also allow you, for example, to use a relevant skill in place of your normal initiative roll. So, for example, if our scoundrel is wanting to hide as you guys are making your way through the swamp area, when combat starts, if it's from that exploration mode, he doesn't roll perception, which is the default initiative roll. He would use his stealth. Same thing if, like, you were making your way through that city. If you have an individual who's intimidating at the front of the group and clearing the streets away from you, when combat were to ensue, a GM may say, hey, instead of rolling perception, you get to roll intimidation as your initiative. Because you're using an active skill for something in that exploration mode. So as we're going through exploration mode now, you guys are dredging through this swamp covered in bugs and muck and dirt and some foul, putrid smelling stuff. How do you want to make your way through exploration mode? I'm going to start with you. Is
So, I would like to not initially be traveling with this party because I'm actually from the swamps.
Oh,
So I would like to bump into the group.
there's always got to be that one that makes it difficult.
I'll just wait.
Oh,
Yeah.
so this works perfectly. I'm actually trained in swamp lore.
Oh, fantastic.
Whatever you have for me there.
Well, with Swamp Lore, do you want to know more about the swamp here? You
Yeah,
go ahead and give me a lore roll.
Okay.
So D20 plus a skill.
First roll.
First roll, don't botch it.
Ooh, 15.
15. All right. You are from this area, so you obviously know what the swamp is. This is the Great Mere swamp. The swamp is a rank, mosquito-infested place of strange magic, gnarled trees, and monuments entwined in vines. It's an ancient swamp that was something else prior to it being a swamp, because obviously there's strange statues and monoliths that speckle across the swamp. But that's all you got from your limited knowledge from the area.
Okay. All right.
So, all right. Anybody else want to explain what they were doing during exploration about?
So I am a sensate gnome, which means that I have a heightened sense of smell. It's imperfect,
Yes.
but I can sort of smell other creatures.
Yeah.
And so I don't know that I'd be the scout, but I am definitely towards the front of the party, and I'm just...
You could be scouting if you want, or you could be hiding, or what would you like to do?
So you can move and hide?
Oh,
Yeah, so I would be. I'd be
Okay.
I'd be scouting,
You're-
but stealthily and sniffing
Okay.
my way around.
All right, so you got to pick scouting or stealth, because scouting is going to give +1 to initiative to everybody in the party, and stealth is going to allow you to roll stealth in combat once we get to
Why
combat.
don't you stealth and sniff? Because I'm a whisper elf, so I can kind of scout out and hear and listen.
Yeah,
for
there we go. And
things that are-
stealth and sniff is the new hit
Yeah, I
books
like it.
out. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I will be a stealth and sniff.
Stealth and sniff, okay?
What
And
time of day is it?
Right now it's midday. It's hot, it's muggy, it's just humid as all can be. And again, mosquitoes and bugs and smell, and you guys are covered in, you don't want to know. You don't know.
So I can change the color of my hair and stuff
Yeah,
crazily.
Yeah.
So I want to try to attract the bugs away from my party members.
self-sacrificing. That's
Yeah.
I like it.
fantastic.
Yeah.
It's a
When you
bright yellow.
change your hair to try and draw
To
them
attract
away,
them. Yeah.
yeah, to draw them away from your companions,
Yeah.
it seems to have the opposite effect. They go to your companions.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I tried.
Yeah, you get a point for effort. Yeah.
Yeah, thanks a
So-
lot.
Dustin.
As a famous artist, Victoire Elf, or as he goes by V. Yep. He is exploring with his compatriots, but really is more interested in painting in his little booklets that he has. He calls them Veens. Because he's V.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So he's been doing a lot of painting and stuff. However, while he's distracted, his familiar,
Yes.
Yellow,
Good name.
yeah, because it's all yellow.
Yeah.
And so to get a better sense of things, he does keep casting dancing lights, to kind of illuminate. And his familiar has the ability he took speak and fly. So to
Alright.
really try to help the group, Yellow
Yeah.
is going to sing.
Oh.
Okay.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
Sing yellow.
They call me
What is
Mellow
it?
Yellow.
What is
What is your familiar?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it said that it was a magical beast thing that I can keep changing it, right? Because every day I can give
I
it new
believe so,
abilities.
yeah.
So it kind of looks like a lizard thing with little wings,
Okay.
and it opens up its mouth and it sings, but it's like ba ba.
So it's terrible.
It
Wow.
calls me
So
Mellow
that's fantastic.
Yellow.
All right.
banana slug.
Eli, what are you doing?
Thank you. That it has wings.
I'm explaining to everybody that when they hear my signal whistle that I'll have in my mouth constantly, that means there's danger nearby.
All right. Are you going to be
Signal
scouting?
whistle?
I have a signal whistle.
Okay.
That's
I'm
good to
glad.
know. So you're scouting, basically.
Yeah, I'm scouting.
Excellent. All right, Kevin.
All right. I am sitting crisscross applesauce on top of the beefiest mule you have ever seen. It looks just like any regular donkey, but it's
Yeah.
got muscles, rippled on muscles, and it's just kind of trudging along.
Did you not pick the pterodactyl?
The
I could have gone with the Tyrannosaur as well. But
That's the greatest thing about Pathfinder.
I know.
So yeah, okay.
So I'm just in, and then I've got like this really elaborate looking dagger, and I'm just kind of popping off this barnacle looking lichen stuff that are on the bottom of my feet, and I'm just kind of like.
Gotcha. You're less dirty than everyone else, but your donkey has paid the price for it. He is filthy. Very dirty.
How deep is this swamp?
It varies as you're walking.
So do I go
through,
under?
You get like chin level.
Okay.
Certain areas and other areas are very actually solid and dry, and you're not in any muck. But it varies so greatly. You generically thinking you might be near the end of the swamp just because of how varied the terrain is. Did I get everybody?
I said, oh yeah, I'm gonna just be. I'm a whisper elf.
Yes.
So I'm gonna be up front scouting.
Okay.
It's kind of my ability is I can hear potential like any creatures or potential of threats or animals coming. So
Gotcha.
I'm just kind of tracking up front.
Okay. And again, you guys are trying to make your way to Karkau for a mission for the society. Did anybody want to do any just reminiscent of Karkau? Any thought on that city? Anybody want to look into that?
What's its
Like-
main import or exports?
Well, if you got a society roll or a lore roll, that would be relevant.
I have a lore warfare.
I have.
Like
You can roll. It doesn't mean you're going to get very far.
okay, like if I know of any like events that have happened here.
Yeah,
and
I
whatnot.
mean, they could have been involved in a war or something. What do you think?
I've got a +7 to society, so I'd like to know about
You're also from the area, so that.
Oh
Oh boy.
It's a nat 1, baby.
Oh,
Good.
you're like, it's.
What is that place?
I would like to know the art scene with my art lore.
Oh, good call.
7
7. Total?
total.
Oh my lord. There's something on the tip of your tongue. You're like, there's something about this city revolving around the art community, and it's just your mind blank.
That's why I'm going.
So
That's why I'm going. I have to find out.
Can I know?
Probably have a museum.
They probably have art.
Can I know about like the deities that the society there studies? Like what main
Yeah.
religion?
Yeah, basically in this type of setting or this type of game, ask. The worst thing I can say is no. But chances are
So that-
GMs should say roll. If you get really high, you might get something.
So is it a religion check or a society check?
I would go society
Okay.
if you can.
I rolled a 21 for warfare.
17.
Okay. 17. All right.
21 for war.
All right.
The waristics.
We're at war right now.
Maybe there was a war here.
Karkau is the only major population center in the land of Sinari, which is the county within Ustalav, that is renowned for its artistic endeavors. It is renowned as a shining light, a civilization in a dark region surrounded by dreary wilderness. So, and Ustalav, generically speaking, is the part of the campaign setting that is very macabre, very goth. A lot of werewolves, vampires, Frankenstein monsters. Those things are going to be found in this area, and you're in a swamp. And then just throwing that out.
I have underworld lore, and so I want to know if there's some I'm looking for a contact, like the underworld. You know,
Oh,
like,
right, okay, not like the vampires.
no,
saga.
like,
I don't know. I really like that movie. I was going to go with it either way.
maybe I can find a fence there or contact with a thieves guild. if
You
there's
know,
one.
you're in the swamp, and when you get there, that's a large enough city from what they described. You will have no problem finding a fence or a contact there.
All right, what's that? 16.
Yeah, once you get to the city, you'll be able to find that.
Okay.
All right, so are you following this group of adventurers?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd like to
Do I
start.
smell him?
I can get this going.
Okay.
Seeing that they're a little bit confused in my swamp.
You've seen them do a circle, and you're like, I don't know if that's.
I would, when they kind of stop to come back together to speak, I would like to make my first appearance.
All right. At some point, as you guys are making your way through the swamp.
Blow your
Blow
whistle.
the whistle.
Wait, was your explanation based on the warfare?
Oh.
Yeah, I need to know if there was warfare.
Yes, there was a major war in this country not that long ago, where the Whispering Tyrant, a demigod lich,
Oh my god.
basically ransacked a good chunk of the world, and he was stopped, but not entirely defeated. But, other than him taking out an entire order of chivalrous knights who used to guard his tomb and ransacking a large chunk of the country, yeah.
Okay.
But that's on the other side.
Okay.
You're on the East Coast.
We're
That
good.
was the West Coast.
Yeah.
We're good.
In my experience, desperation makes the best art.
All right, as you guys are stopping to catch your breath and to kind of dry off, you're on a little bit of a mound of solid earth. Eli, you notice
Gary. Old Gary.
describe
Old
yourself,
Gary.
old Gary.
Old Gary.
What does Eli see?
So you see a scrawny man coming out of the swamp in about waist deep water. Oh yeah.
Really?
Oh yeah.
Oh boy.
So original,
He
Trevor.
has kind of like leather scraps that he's turned into armor. He's painted his arms almost like in the swamp mud. He's got a batch of seaweed on his head.
Oh,
He's
is
so
this
original.
the
Old Greg. Old Greg.
No, you let it
Yeah.
Let it play out. I would like to approach this person.
Yeah, I'm gonna blow my whistle.
Yeah, the whistle's gone off.
I'm just gonna I'm gonna put my hand on your whistle and just
No.
I'm walking to you like I'm moving through moonlight. I have to draw you.
And you're worried about me? Everybody's like,
one of those
what's
days,
Trevor gonna
kids."
do? And then Dustin.
I have to. Shh.
We do not.
Can we all live in the moment for a moment? This man just came out of the weeds.
I was really hoping you were gonna say womb of the earth.
I'll write that down.
That's the name of the painting.
All right,
Womb of
just
the earth.
for posterity's sake, there was a turtle that went, what? All right, move along.
Whoa.
Hello, friends. What are you doing in my swamp?
I hate you.
Me too.
We're headed toward
Carcow.
Cacao.
Well, I don't know what that is, but there's a nice hill over there.
Dude, you're like covered in mud.
God.
Yeah, I'm okay with this. Better pencil.
Damn it!
I would kind of like to know
We've been workshopping.
the hill that you described on the map.
Right over here,
I would
yes.
kind of like.
Where's my pencil?
You're from this area, you're going to know
Yeah.
Carcow. Think of
Would you like the battle cam on?
if you like, we won't need it right now.
We
but
already
if
have
you
it
do-
on, so.
Oh, never mind. We're good.
I
Right.
didn't know that.
You're familiar with Carcow. It's a decent sized city. They've got a really fantastic opera house,
Oh.
a world known
I don't know this.
opera
though.
house.
How did I not know that?
But being a creature of the swamp, you're not exactly sure. You know, Carcow maybe it's this way
Okay.
because you don't go there very often. You know it's south of the swamp.
Okay.
Have
And
you
you think this is south. You're not sure.
have you been to Cacao?
No, but I've seen some big tall buildings. Heard some musics.
Music.
I've
I
heard-
told you.
Yes.
Just because it's a noise doesn't mean it's actually music.
Dude,
It's a-
anything's a music
It's
if
a
you
very
just love it
artsy
enough.
place. We've already told you.
Let's keep moving. The bugs are terrible here, and there's people and crowds. Let's go.
Yeah, let me help you. And I take a little flask out of a pouch and pour some oil in my hands, and I begin to rub it on your arms, and it's soothed.
Really?
Wow.
What was that?
Thank you so much.
Pray tell.
Character knowledge, that would be snake oil.
That's amazing. You know, I'm so grateful for that. I'm willing to give you a special discount on this. And I pull out one of my magic eye things. For only, you've done so much for me. I'm willing to sell this to you for only 2 copper. Look at it. If you
Doctor, just so you know, we're totally fine with our antics, meaning that the villains close it.
That's what I'm rolling on right now.
I've never seen
I
you
love
give
this.
someone
It's
that
the
good
wait
of a
and see
deal.
method. Wait and see.
Usually it's just we fuck around and then something kills us.
I'm gonna say that as we've been traveling, I've been giving you my terrible, valueless trinkets to sell to people.
And I just love what you just did. Did you all hear her? She's right. I've never given this good a deal. This is.
Tag teaming. All right. So does everybody have a fig?
Yeah.
All right. So we're gonna start all the way over here by this monolith area. And if the battle cam isn't on, we could probably turn it on now. I think it's on.
Probably
And this is where you guys had stopped
So I'm like, you
to
get
hold
the-
your little conversation.
Yeah, I would have came up out of the water.
Trevor, could you grab one for me?
Yeah, right in front of your avocado.
Oh, there it is.
Yeah.
So we're facing this way.
Kind of in a circle, talking to each other.
All right.
You know,
Yeah.
I've got some paintings too.
A couple quick things with the map. Any water is double movement. It's about
Okay.
Also, it's like swamp.
Two
water.
action.
it's swamp water. Yeah, it's double movement.
Okay.
And then anything that's a tree, triple. So if you want to, and each box is 5 foot. So to go from this box to this box would be 10. To go from this box to this box would be 15. And then say this box to this box is 5.
Okay.
All right.
So each box is 5, but double through the water, and it's a lot more difficult to get through the trees and the shrubbery. Many branches, some thorns, things like that.
Oh, so you
So-
said it's 3? Just
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah,
Thank you.
yeah, double and 3.
Hold
So
on.
as you guys are sitting there talking about snake oil and art and
Music.
the donkey's just like, I don't know what's going
Oh,
on.
you selling the one I gave you?
Yes, it's a very special one. Yeah, this is an original creation.
Pretty impressive, wouldn't you say?
Wow. You want to see my watercolors?
No.
I call this one Old Gary.
Can you help us get through here?
Jamie, you notice as they're talking about art and bug repellent, as you guys are standing there, you're like, I can't believe they're talking about this. You look up in one of the trees and you see what can only be described as a very large mud and straw and twig nest
Okay.
that is literally probably about 15, 20 feet in the air. And it's decent size, almost the width and length of this table.
Okay.
Just stuck on one of the branches of the tree. And woohoo! And as you notice that, 3.
What?
And I want one on this side of the party. One right there is perfect, Eli, and the other one
Like here?
in the tree line. In the tree line. There we go.
Oh, this one too?
Are they
That
fine?
one's fine, Eli.
Oh.
And
Like
that's
this one?
right there.
Okay.
He just popped out of the tree line. And what you guys see is what could be described as what Jamie sees. And we're going to go ahead and straight into initiative at this point. Is this a 4-winged, big mosquito-esque looking creature that's about the size of a cat. And there's 3 of them. And they just drop down out of the trees. And it looks like they eyed you all up. So we're going to go around the room. I'm assuming you're going to announce to your party.
Yes.
What are you going to say?
Something's not right here. They're in the trees.
She's not
What
following.
are?
She's not smart.
I dropped my
So-
bean.
Leaves.
Since we're out of exploration mode and we're in a little bit of a quasi-encounter mode, we're going to go ahead and roll a niche, and it's going to be perception. Yes.
Did I get plus
Because you
one?
really kind of came
I
out with
did,
the snake
totally.
oil.
Yeah.
So, Kevin, what'd you get for a niche? It's going to be D20 plus your
Oh my
perception.
god.
That is a 14.
14. Eli, what'd you get, buddy?
8.
Oh, bringing down the average a little bit. Martin?
Yeah, also an 8.
Oh, fantastic. Trevor? Woo, woo.
Oh yeah, that's good. If I could find where my initiative is on.
Perception.
What's your
Perception.
Perception. 21.
Cheater.
Oh, our swamp
Jamie?
thing.
19.
19. Fantastic. Allie?
19.
19. Excellent. Dustin?
A gentleman 6.
Fantastic. All right, with that being said, give me 2 seconds to get my niche board in order. Because I can't do it without this.
terrible.
I have that thing
They
somewhere.
did great.
Yeah,
all the chaos classes did really good.
All the not chaos. Wait, Martin, what are you playing again?
All right,
Rogue.
Trevor, you were up first, sir.
Ooh,
At a
okay.
21. This nice, strange person just warned you that they're in the trees and they're. What are you doing? You have 3
Okay,
actions.
so how high in the air are they?
I'm going to say they drop down almost immediately. They're at high level.
Okay.
So.
Okay. I'm gonna take out one of my bombs.
Yes.
The Thunderstone.
Oh, nice.
And I'm going to very nonchalantly go flashbang and throw it at this one right here.
All right, he's going to have a little cover because he's in the trees.
Sure. It's a 20 foot, so when I throw, What am I looking at for proficiency? Like add dex?
Yes.
Add, okay.
You're going to be trained plus your level plus your dexterity. So
Got
like
it.
what 7, 6,
7.
7. Okay. And then your range is, I believe, 20 foot on those guys.
Ooh. Yeah, 20 feet.
Yeah.
That's going to be a 26.
Oh! Jesus. Ah! Woo! Okay.
Miss.
If it wasn't for the trees, that would have been a crit.
Oh, man.
Yeah, I know.
Okay. So it's 1d4 sonic plus 1 sonic splash, but nobody is around.
Yep.
And
The
he
tree
needs-
tickle.
Yeah.
Oh,
And
nice.
he needs to roll a DC 17 or be deafened for 1 round.
Oh, okay. Give me some damage.
Okay. 2 plus the 1 sonic splash.
Okay. He doesn't take the sonic splash because he's the initiator of the target. Splashes for other people.
Got it. Okay.
So 2 then.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And that was a sonic thunderstone, correct?
Mhm.
Yeah, just like the grenade from the Star Wars movie.
Oh, yeah.
Jimmy.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, just a.
Oh, that's a good one. That's
Yeah.
a good sound.
And that flying creature is still hovering and still in one piece, but it is definitely rocked. It's like doing one of these. So that was Trevor. That was draw, throw. You got 1 action left.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna go ahead and take the move.
Okay.
Ooh, I'm sorry. And since I'm in the shrubbery, I can only move 1 square. I have 25 of movement, and you said it was 15.
Yep.
So, yep, that'll be
Okay.
it.
All right. Then we drop down to Jamie at 19. And
All right.
Allie, you're at 19. You're on deck.
I'm going to take my arcane stance, and I'm going to trigger my bow and arrow with produce flame.
Oh, okay.
Oh, nice.
So,
Stance should be an action, and then
Yep.
the attack.
yep. So, nat 20.
Oh!
Yeah!
Woo!
So are you shooting the stranger that came out of the woods or the big bugs? you never
Big
clear-
bug. Sorry,
I was-
sorry. When
I mean, you
saw
can
him
shoot
come
the
out of the
stranger
tree.
guy. I mean, he's totally a fair target.
But in Pathfinder Society, you're not allowed to do that.
He's not a friend
Right?
yet.
And I just threw
Which
a
bug
bomb.
did you want to shoot?
The one right in front of me.
Okay.
This one.
This is going to get fun for you. All right, so you're going to roll damage.
Okay.
All right, and then double it.
Okay.
So, but what bow are you using? by the
I was
way?
using a long
And
bow.
I believe that's deadly, right?
Yes.
Deadly D10 or D8?
D8.
So you're going to roll the normal damage,
Okay.
double that, and then roll a D8 and throw it on top.
And you get the fire
And
damage?
do I get?
The
Yeah, I was gonna say,
D6
do I
and
get
the
my
produce
fire
flame?
damage?
Yeah, we'll worry about that if it's a
Okay.
zero.
All right. That still exists.
We'll worry
Okay.
about that in a moment.
Okay. So 4 doubled, so 8.
8 plus a D8.
Plus 4, so 12.
12. Okay. It has taken the arrow. Go ahead and give me the fire damage.
Okay, which is
I think it's a
D6,
D6 on the
yeah.
flame, yeah.
3.
On top of that, 3 more points of damage. And which one did you shoot?
This one.
All right. Arrow goes flying through the woods. Bam! Smacks right into the flying insect thing that was just rocked by a flashbang a second ago. Gets pinned to a tree and just and drops. And it's now hanging by your arrow in a tree.
But then also keeps
But then it catches on fire.
It catches- it's on fire. All right,
Yes.
so you drew your bow, your stance, and then your shot magic thing is all one action. So those are your 3 actions.
Yep.
All right, Allie.
Okay.
And my monsters are on deck.
So a 5-foot
Step is 1 action.
emanation? Is that like a 5-foot radius?
Yes.
For the spell?
Emanation, yes.
Emanation. And then okay, that's not Tom's turn. So, alright, who is everybody over here?
Me, I have bagpipes.
That's me.
Who's this?
That's
Old-
him. Trevor.
old Gary.
Old Gary.
Old Gary.
So
I'm still open to anybody attacking Old Gary.
I'm gonna
just
move right
throw it on the
here.
table.
I'll do that.
You normally can't
I'll
do
move
that in
right here.
PFS, but
so I can get one,
He
two,
just
so
wants
I
to
can
drink
get all 3 of
moonshine
these
out of an
people.
old shoe.
And then and I'm going to say, let the stars bless you. And I will cast bless on these 3 allies.
so anybody who is standing right next to you gets the benefit of bless.
Okay. so you get plus
And then-
1 to attack rolls.
All right.
And next round, if you sustain it, it goes to 10. And if you sustain it again,
Yes.
15. Again, 20. Again, 25.
Nice.
So it's a sustain. One of the cool sustaining spells that every round you keep it up, you extend the range. Now at the same time, you can choose not to move, sustain, and then cast another spell on the same round because sustaining doesn't take up all your actions.
It just takes up 1.
One, correct.
Which character?
So-
yours?
This one.
And is
so it would
Bane?
be 1, 2. It would be these.
Okay.
And you moved.
I did move.
And is Bane a 2-action spell?
Bless is a 2.
Or excuse me, Bless is a 2-action spell. Okay. What did I say, Bane?
Yes.
I love that spell. Anyhow, all right. So Allie's done. Kevin, you're next.
Okay.
No, but I'm up before you. All right. So the bug who is directly in front of me is going to move straight forward on whoever that is.
Me.
Would
Oh.
you be in this square?
Fantastic. Oh, that's horrible for you. Armor class 21.
Yep, that hits.
All right, the creature has the creature has moved, has attacked. So when it moved in, it got like right next to you, and again, big weird mosquito-looking creature. Just so
Yes.
everybody can see it again. As it got to you, it attacked you, and it hit and jabbed its nose into your arm. And now is that was his second action, was actually hitting you. His third action is drinking your blood. Yeah.
I need that.
And all of a sudden, he just starts going. And you're taking 4 points of blood draining damage to you as this creature doesn't move. It just stays right there. Now, the other creature.
I guess that it probably went right up to
Yeah.
you, right?
The other creature is going to do the exact same thing to the one right in front of him. Yep, whoever that is.
Okay.
So, is that the monk?
Do we have to
It's
move
me.
the full speed? Or just 5 feet?
Oh,
per
you can move
action?
full speed. You can move full speed.
So, like, one of our actions could be 25 feet?
Yeah, 25 feet, 25 feet, 25 feet.
Got it.
Yep. All right. Who am I attacking? Is that Kevin?
me.
Oh, it's Kevin. Kevin. Armor class 26.
Oh, yeah.
I rolled really good, so that's a hit. So he moved one action, attacked, and leeched on you for a second action. His third action is to drain your blood. 4 points, sir. Kevin, you are now up.
All right.
Swat him.
I'm gonna.
Did it?
We need a bug zapper. And I
It
will.
didn't attack those two for some reason. I don't know why.
It's this lotion. It's amazing lotion.
I will take my staff and I will just point it at the guy that just started sucking my blood, and I will cast Electric Arc.
Okay.
Now for that one, it says I can target 1 or 2 creatures in a range
Correct.
of 30 feet. Does
Yep.
that mean?
Yep, you get them both.
Okay. All right.
Yep.
And they both make a reflex save.
Yes, they do. Okay, and what's my DC?
16.
Okay, and it's a reflex?
Yes.
Okay. What happens if I miss?
If you fail, I do a 1d4 plus spellcasting mod damage.
Okay, and if I make it?
Then nothing.
Damage is halved.
Is
Should be
it?
damage
Okay.
is halved.
It does not say.
If it's a cantrip.
It's a
does-
cantrip.
Oh, so then it just fails. Should.
Should still be
In
halved.
D&D, they just fail. I don't know about
that's right.
Pathfinder.
Nope. It's a basics saving throw. So yeah, it's if I would have failed it, I take the full. If I make it, I take half.
Okay.
If I critically make it, I take none. But if I critically fail, I take double. So go ahead and roll me some Van damage.
Alrighty. One of them will be a 6
Okay.
damage, and then another one will be 4 damage.
Okay. And as an arc electricity zzz, between the two bugs, which was a little scary for you because it was like right here, just throwing it out there. And how many actions was that?
That was 2.
You have one action left. What would you like to do?
And then the other action,
Run away.
I would like to take.
Run away.
I'd just like to grab up some mud out of the ground
Yeah.
and kind of like knead it in my hands for a second, and then just push it into that wound that I got.
Oh,
It's
he's still there.
Fantastic.
Oh, is he there?
Oh yeah, he's still there.
In that case, yeah, I would like to run away then.
All right.
I will back up just 10 feet. That's, yeah.
And it goes with it.
Yeah, it's on. It's like.
Oh, it's
sucking on
attached
it.
to
Yeah,
it?
I
Oh, it's
think you have to
attached to
hit
it.
it.
Okay, I don't know. So, it won't come off. I'm just running. It's still attached to me.
Yeah. You're like, I'll run away. Why is it following me?
It's still here.
Eli, you were up.
Hey, it's right next to me. Yeah, I'll do Flurry of Blows, so that's one action. Attack twice.
Yep.
12, that's a 6. Both of them get +6, so an 18 and 12.
Yes.
Both
Yes.
hit. 2d6. So 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 damage
On one target.
on one target.
So he comes up and goes, ha-ha, bam! And you basically just, 1-2 punch this thing, and it went flying across the ground where you guys were at, so that one could be removed. That was one action.
That was one action.
You got
Then
2
I'll
actions
use
left. You can
another
move up
action
and
one.
strike at the other one.
All right.
Monks
Monks
are
Four.
crazy.
Monks are
Monks,
crazy.
that's right.
Yeah, then I'll attack this one.
Now you're going to have a -10 to attack, because this is technically your third attack in one round.
Ah.
Yeah.
-10 to hit.
Yeah.
Oh.
His first attack, because his flurry of blows is a special thing where he gets to take 2 attacks for 1 action. But when he's done with that, he takes the full penalty his next attack. Because in theory, he could, be like his first action, bam. His second action, bam. His third action, bam. So he could get 4 attacks off in a round, in theory.
But you get a negative for each additional attack.
Up to
after
10, and then it
Okay.
caps at 10.
I'll still attack it.
Yeah, that's
Please.
Ooh, I can't tell what that is.
That's a 4, so
Chances are no.
yeah, so that's not gonna hit.
Yeah.
So that's a 0.
You were overconfident with the first one, and as you went to go swing at the
Right.
next one, you just barely missed him.
So
All right.
is that a critical failure, or is it just like a nat 1, or?
It's like ignored.
Okay.
So in homebrew, some people do the critical failure for 10 or below the armor class. Society play doesn't. I mean, if you're in a small group that can really be interesting and fun, but in a larger table, it's just gonna kill things. Yeah.
Okay.
Martin.
What is the penalty for if I wanted to shoot my short bow at the sucker on him? Is there a penalty
No.
or risk? Or okay.
No.
All right. So don't worry, V. I've got you. I've got perfect aim.
Oh boy.
That is a 22 to hit.
22 to hits.
It does have perfect aim.
See? And that's 6 points of damage with that arrow.
Arrow goes through the bug, and it just kind of flops off you.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Oh, and then I get 2 moves, right?
Yeah.
I'm
Well,
ri-
one to pull the bow, one to shoot.
Okay.
No one move left.
I'm right behind you. And I'm going to hide in the tree. I'm going to move into the trees.
Now, as you guys realize that there are no more giant big bugs, some other things you guys could have done in combat is if anybody had like a knowledge nature skill, they could have rolled an action's worth of
Okay.
They
nature
were peaceful.
to figure out that these are called blood seekers
Come on, Druid.
and that the different abilities they have. You can learn weaknesses and advantages that creatures have against you, or special effects. Like, for example, if somebody would have just ripped these bugs off of them or tried to do something else to get the bug forcibly off, you could do it, but then you have persistent bleed damage.
Okay.
We talked about that earlier.
That'd be fun.
Yeah. So, but since they were killed in combat, they just kind of flop off.
Nice.
So, yeah.
Question.
Yes.
I have to recharge my spell strike, and it says I have to do the concentrate trait. What is it? Yeah, it says I have to recharge. After you use spell strike, you can't use it again until you recharge your spell strike as a single action, which has the concentrate trait.
So that applies in combat. So like you wouldn't be able to do that again until you spent your
An action to
in
do it.
combat.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But now that combat's over, you're just like, and you're refocused. You're fine.
Okay, cool. Thank you.
Yep.
Patrick, I would like to, now that it seems safe, I'm going to go up to one of these, and I'm like taking the wings off. I'm like, oh, this looks like it could be really great. Yeah, see, I'm going to preserve them.
100%. I go scavenging.
I'm not gonna touch it.
Lost. I don't know. And you're gonna pick through them.
Oh, absolutely.
Okay. Well, you didn't recognize them at first, but this is good eating. You've had these before. Swamp people, man. They eat all sorts of crazy stuff. Yeah. And they have that large bulbous sack at the back that usually gets filled up with blood. You just throw that off to the side right away.
Okay.
Yeah. Great fish for fishing, though. Right. Now that you guys have survived this, what are you guys doing? You know that you have to continue to go this way. And what are you doing with your newfound friend who helped you out in combat?
So immediately after scavenging, I go back to Kevin and Dustin were bit, right? I'm gonna rub some
Yeah.
more snake oil around their wound, and it does feel better. Yours, not so much anymore.
Oh, it's sort of not. I don't feel.
Oh,
It doesn't feel bad, does it?
It doesn't. No, it doesn't feel.
I'm
bad.
gonna
Okay.
not let you do that to me.
You have an infection.
That's fine.
Friend, I think there could be a real market
Mostly
in
because
Krakow for this. You should come with us.
honestly, I think that he's providing services. We're providing services. She's providing services.
They'll be delighted to see us.
Yes,
I
all
get-
the wisdom I have.
You're-
my
You're
long
you're
travels.
you're my friends now. I think I can take you there.
All right.
I feel like you're not. Never
Friendship.
mind. Yes, welcome.
Do you want to see some more of my watercolors?
No, no. No.
Sure, and I'd start leading the way.
All right.
What about the nest?
There's probably more up there. Let's leave.
What if they have baby eggs?
Good. Let them die.
They're probably tasty.
I'm not sure. I thought maybe the swamp man would know.
What?
they're not.
What are these things?
I guess I'll.
Somebody can still roll a knowledge.
You're
nature.
from here.
Yep.
I'll also.
Druid?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I rolled a 17 on that one.
Bloodseekers. These are. What'd you get?
8.
These are animals, basically. Tiny animals. They are an insectoid creature, and they have a nasty blood-sucking ability. And again, if you rip them off before they're defeated, you can bleed out from the amount of damage from ripping out the sucker.
Okay.
If they die, they just kind of falls out.
Are they very common?
Oh
in
yeah.
the swamp?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
These
So-
are like the equivalent of like say bats in the swamp, essentially. They're
Okay.
kind of like everywhere.
So I explained that a lot less eloquently.
That wasn't that good either. So
But it hurt.
You should have let me rub some oil on you.
Here, I got something better than oil.
And
I
I'm
just,
sure.
I just grab a handful of mud and I come at you and I just push it into the wound, making eye contact the entire time.
oil or mud? What would you like,
Yeah.
sir?
He's using the mud. We have a repertoire. I just kind of look at him and like I don't say anything, but you know that I'm upset that you're ruining my outfit. Like that's and this is just a thing between us.
The best brother.
And with the mud, I would like to cast Healing Plaster.
Okay.
That is
Sounds like a construction.
it can be used in lieu of healer's tools for medicine checks to administer first aid or treat wounds.
All right, that's a skill check. Go ahead and roll.
Okay, for medicine, correct?
Yes.
Plaster.
You want to roll high.
That is a 17.
That should do it. Yeah.
Did you figure out what these things
So you're
are?
basically
Tell
going to
us.
get, I
I told you.
believe,
Okay.
double check the heal skill. It should just be a D8.
Yeah, come on, let's do it.
You can actually like heal hit
One,
points
one,
with a skill.
Correct.
Oh god.
And
I like
the problem is, though, if you roll low,
Hurt me.
You do the reverse.
I laid down the finger wrong. Sorry.
Sorry, he just like opens the wound.
This shit-
Yeah.
But you
Is it
can't.
right?
But you can't
Jams
accidentally
his
shoot
thumb in.
a friend.
No, they
friend.
kind of took away like the fire into combat issue. The only problems you're going to have now is cover, and there wasn't any cover. So I could have been a jerk GM and been like, "Oh, it's a tiny creature on one party member. He's going to get covered." I probably should have done that in hindsight, but I'm being a nice guy tonight.
That is 7 points.
Right.
Of
So I heal fully, but I look at you and just go every single time, and like you can see some of my old clothes that are ruined hanging out of my backpack. My backpack.
Do you not think that?
getting
Do you
hit.
not think that the swamp?
If you let me
Destroy
ride
your
on your
outfit?
donkey with you, I wouldn't be trudging along.
Vanessa don't like that.
So you say.
Wait, who?
Vanessa.
Oh, okay, I did hear that right.
You're already so dirty from the swamp. Why do you care about some mud?
Because these are my scarf sleeves.
Why would you wear your scarf sleeves?
They're all I have left. He keeps rubbing mud into my wounds. And because we're not focused, we keep getting attacked by everything. What am I going to do when I get there and I have to perform in front of everyone and I don't have my scarf sleeves? They're all ruined.
Are you performing?
Yes, obviously. Isn't that why we're going?
I think the mud makes you look a little prettier.
Can
I walk away, but Yellow kind of floats around the group and nuzzles up to you with its like.
Thank you.
Is it yellow?
No, it's blue. It's like a teal.
I get you, man. I'm gonna pet it.
What is this thing?
I don't know, but
I don't know.
It looks like a yellow
friendly.
salamander thing you said with wings.
I know, but she's still.
It's whatever it feels like for the day.
Can you just like
I kind
Quiet.
of.
I
I'm gonna
smell
go.
something.
I'm gonna go and journal my feelings.
I'm gonna start moving to the front again, sniffing.
Okay. Are you guys going back in exploration mode? Continuing the track?
I think so. Yeah.
Okay.
I kind of hobble over and like beckon, almost like a half.
Oh yeah, you're
Smeagol
leading
type
now,
character.
but I'll
Oh,
just sniff.
Gotcha.
what, like a Igor and like the old
A little bit,
Frankenstein
yeah,
movies?
yeah.
My master. That's not
So, just
really
as a
that
reminder, avoid notice, defend, detect magic, follow the expert, hustle, investigate, repeat a spell, scout, or search.
Yeah.
Those are the generic actions, unless you want to come
Can
up
I
with something
Stealth
else.
and
search
sniff.
around these little
hiding and
tomb-
sniffing.
All right. What's that?
Can I search these little toomy things?
By all means, yes.
Okay.
Oh.
Oh, are they tombs or are they just rocks?
That's kind of hard to tell.
Monolith?
They're a bit eroded.
Okay. Could I do that, but like in the middle one?
Sure. If you guys all of a sudden realize, wait a minute, we're standing in a monolith structure. What's going on here?
What am I?
Do I add anything to that?
Do you got a religion or an occult or?
I have a religion.
Okay, religion. What'd you get?
Dirty 20.
That's fantastic.
I have an
What'd you get?
occult 16.
16. You notice that from your occultism, that this is not just a series of standing stones, because that's what you guys initially thought. It was like, oh, it's a Stonehenge type thing. It's not. These were the foundation blocks of a building. That you couldn't tell other than that. You, on the other hand, you're like, oh, this was possibly a temple to Eridan.
Okay.
Eridan was at one point, the patron deity of the human ancestry. Long ago, when humans first appeared on this planet, there was a country called Aslant that was like the Atlantic or Atlantis equivalent. Super high technology, super high magic. Stuff went sideways. The rock from the sky came down and crashed on the earth. Upheavaled the country, destroyed the Aslantean Empire, and their last known surviving member of that empire was an individual named Eridan, who started off mortal and worked up to divine status, became a god. And he did a list of Herculean feats across the world on his way to divine status, including creating the city at the center of the world, the city of Absalom, by raising up that rock that crashed into the planet. He went down into the ocean, picked it up, dragged it up, created an island around it, and that's where the city of Absalom has formed many hundreds of years later. But Eridan, in his rise to power, eventually there was a prophecy that he was going to usher in a new golden age of humanity, and it was going to be fantastic. And right before it was supposed to happen, he died.
Right?
Yeah.
Nobody knows how, nobody knows why, and because of that, prophecy and omen has been kaput. Because again, there was this great prophecy or omen that Eridan, this great powerful deity, was going to lead humanity into a new golden era, and right when it was supposed to happen, instead of it happening, he died, which then defunct most divination and or omen magic across the campaign setting. That's why that stuff doesn't exist now. Now, there were temples, churches, organizations that worshipped Eridan all across the world. And this is obviously an old remnant of one of his old temples.
Okay.
Do you share this?
I
information?
do.
Yeah.
I
I've
got the
seen
same
lots
thing,
of.
man.
I've seen lots of prophecies.
Eli, you were right there,
fail
buddy. You were so close.
in
It's a
my
building.
many travels.
Did you?
They typically don't happen.
What's that?
Did you?
Prophecies. See
No.
them fail all the time.
No, yeah. And prophecy magic and omen magic and any divination magic to tell the fortune or the truth and fails. It just doesn't work.
I'd like to, hearing this, I'm going to take a second look, kind of wiping off my wounds. And I was journaling, kind of sitting on one, and now I want to look at like if there's any artistic merit to it. like with the designs and
Sure.
stuff like that. That is a 22.
22? Yes. At one point, when this was possibly a building, or if not a building, like a gazebo type structure, maybe, there would have been some decent quality craftsmanship, not only in the structure itself, but in the art associated with the structure. Unfortunately, we're talking quite a long time ago that this building has fallen to ill repair.
Is there anything like I can sketch to like try to gleam some of the knowledge? Like I'm thinking like they might have like a carving or something on it
Yeah,
that I
they're-
could be like, oh, I could
do it.
incorporate
I
that.
was gonna say,
Yeah.
why don't you
The
take
rubbing.
like a crayon?
Yeah. There's like holy symbols and or religious iconography kind of scattered around amongst the rocks. Very faded, but it's findable.
I'm very excited about this, and so like I'm like sitting on my scarf sleeves. Like I don't care now because you know like
Yeah.
I'm doing this, and but I look and I go like the only way to learn is to do.
Is there any like berries or food around? Can I look for like that?
Do you have survival?
Nature. Is that not
Give me a nature roll.
nature?
Can
Are these blood
help?
24.
You got a survival?
I'm proficient in nature.
Go ahead and give me a
And
nature roll
survival.
too.
And
You got a
survival.
24?
Yeah.
Yeah, you find, surprisingly enough, there's actually quite a bit of meat on these things. And besides that, you do find some other berries, and you think you found a root plant
Oh.
that it's not going to taste great, but it's edible.
The berries are not poisonous, so they
Correct. The berries should be fine.
Okay,
Yeah, the root is going to be.
I just take as we're walking. I'm gonna feed some berries to Vanessa.
Okay.
I nat 20 to health action if that means anything.
Okay. Again, these guys are tasty. I'm just,
Get
throw
every
that out
bit
there.
of meat off.
Like
those
it's like a
little
crawdad. It
legs.
tastes really good.
When you're eating a
Not a
chicken
whole,
wing.
Yeah. Exactly.
Does anybody else need some mud? Okay.
No, I'm good, thank you.
I'll do myself
Now-
then.
You're mudding
Yes.
yourself.
I gotta.
I don't like it.
Nope.
Do you make it worse?
No, I'm just muddier now.
Now, in Society Runs, you're going to find little things like this kind of snuck in and hidden in different scenarios throughout the campaigns. I think they're in season. I'm butchering the season they're in right now. I think it's 5, 4 or 5. I'm lost. Anyhow, throughout the seasons, because they've been doing this for a while, they sneak in little tidbits of world lore like that, and that's like literally just the tip of the iceberg as far as lore. There's multiple lost civilizations scattered in and amongst the campaign setting, plus a plethora of geopolitical intrigue and espionage and rival factions and other things that are going on at the same time in the campaign setting that can lead to a very wide and varied play experience. But with that being said, you guys get to snack, you get the mud, you get the relief, you muddied your buddies, always good. And you continue on in exploration mode. And as you're making your way down the road, I need everyone to give me a perception roll.
That's okay.
That's 22.
Nat 20!
18.
Yeah.
Loaded dice.
Yeah, really. Can we
24.
odd that dice?
All right, so I'm going to go around the table starting with Kevin.
24.
18.
12.
22.
Nat 20.
All together?
What's your bonus?
Oh,
All together.
sorry. 24.
Good.
12.
8.
He's still looking at that rubbing. All right, go ahead and give me a marching order as if you guys were heading this way. Minus the pen
I
count.
would be in
I would like to be
front.
second.
You're going to be
last.
following. Thank you, Eli. Push that real hard. Push it hard. There you go. We're going to be following the path alongside the river right over here.
And I was sort of hiding.
Like
so
over
I'm
here,
gonna
right in
be
front of you,
over
like.
here.
Oh, like here?
Yep, right there, Eli. Perfect. That's the direction you guys were
I'd be
heading.
up
You can put that one.
Not up like all the way,
where
but
I go.
right up there.
You can put me second on
This-
Vanessa.
Who's this?
That's me.
So like right here?
I'm just looking for some
Oh,
berries.
I fell.
over here.
Oh, the
Well,
backpack guy.
For future reference,
Yes.
where does
second to
Vanessa
last.
come in?
This year?
Yeah,
Move
whatever.
him like
Yours.
Initiative.
diagonal.
Yours.
Okay.
And in fact, if you want Vanessa to do anything, you have to spend one
One
of
of
your 3
mine. Okay.
actions to direct Vanessa to do. When you spend one of your 3, Vanessa gets 2. So if you
Okay.
go Vanessa attack, Vanessa, your donkey, can charge up and bite or kick or whatever it is that their natural attack is.
Sweet.
Yeah. As you guys are making your way, we're going to say you're further into the woods in the swamp. But this kind of represents a new area here. But as you guys are making your way through, and you're still looking at your rubbing, but everyone else pretty much realizes as you guys are making your way to this point there, I got to make sure there's a microphone there and I don't whack my head. You see. Sorry, I'm putting him over here. Sorry, Eli.
No, it's all right.
And then 3 creatures. The 2 green creatures look like this.
Oh, it's a weird
Very nice.
And the other creature looks like this.
Angry.
Is he a goblin?
These are roughly medium-sized, human-sized creatures. And without really being too on the nose, they look like big frogs, but bipedal frogs.
Yeah.
They have noticed you. You have noticed them. There's a awkward, stare down for half a second, and then one of them goes in-ish.
Nope.
So in this particular situation, you guys were in exploration mode. So if you're using stealth, you can use stealth for your niche.
Oh, okay.
So.
Hey.
I'm gonna end at 10.
Whoa.
Yeah. Yeah, we're getting close. We got an hour.
Yeah, no.
Yeah. Kevin, what'd you get, buddy?
I got a what is it? Initiative.
Perception, buddy.
That's what it is. 16.
16, fantastic. Eli.
Dirty 20.
30, 20. Eli, you're my favorite.
Yeah.
14.
14?
Yep.
Okay. Travis?
Trevor.
Trevor?
Close.
I can't read my own handwriting.
That's my nickname at work.
Oh, there you go.
22.
Why?
Cheater.
I've got like
Jamie?
5
Dirty
different
20.
nicknames.
Dirty 20. All right, Allie?
22.
It's trashy heat.
Now, if with these dirty
No,
20s, you're
table
giving me the
face.
full numbers,
Yeah, you
right?
give me the total.
It's the total number, right, Jamie?
Yes.
Yes, okay. Doesn't
Dirty 20.
dirty 20. Okay. And so anyhow, as these creatures are shocked to see you, to say the least, they ribbit and croak real quick, not like die, but they and they look like though they are initiating straight into a very aggressive, hostile, drawing weapons, going to try and kill you stance, which is familiar to you because you're all Pathfinders. And that's what happens.
I get it. I get it now.
The path is forward.
It's found.
Yes. And wow, I rolled like garbage. Anyhow,
how we beat
Allie, you were up first at a 22. Is that a 22 or a 20? That's a 22. Okay.
Are we allowed to, when we're in initiative, are we allowed to speak to each other? Or do we have to wait our turn to speak? Is that kind of...
No, you can.
depends
No,
on the table?
if you were like, hey, flank for me. No, that by all means, go right
Okay.
ahead.
Being from the swamp, do I know if these creatures speak any sort of language?
Now we're getting into a gray area.
Right.
So you can, on your turn, roll nature.
Okay, well then I'm not going to say.
Allie.
How many points is it to do like a knowledge check?
One action.
Okay.
And your best would be either society or nature.
Yeah, I want to do a nature check on these
Okay.
things.
I'd like
First.
to
Do you have a society? That would actually probably be more appropriate if you got
I
society.
do. It's just not as high. That's okay. It's still 18.
I was gonna say, even though if it's like so, society nature, your society is lower, but your DC is gonna be higher with nature.
Okay. Well,
So-
I got 18.
There you go. Okay. You recognize these as boggards.
Boggards.
Yes, they are a relatively speaking medium amphibious boggard humanoid creature that are big frogs, and you got an 18. You get one fact about them. What do you want to know? Do you want to know specific weakness, strength? Now here's the tricky part. If you're like, I want a weakness, and if they don't have a weakness,
Yeah, I want to know what they're afraid of.
I get to say they don't have any weaknesses.
That's
but,
okay. I want to know what they're afraid. Yeah.
you want to know their
Like a weakness, like are they afraid of anything? Or do they have a natural enemy?
Your mother's maiden name, please.
He wants to
no,
password
no
questions.
outwardly known
Security
like
questions.
weakness. They're not the smartest, we'll go with that. They're not the smartest.
They're like
Group.
frog type things.
They're frog humanoid. So, and as you can see, again, just.
I like it.
So, you got 2 actions left.
Yeah, I'm going to stare at this one
Okay.
and inflict like a booming sound in its mind and try to cast Daze on him.
Oh, do I get a save for that?
Yeah, it's gonna take damage equal to my charisma, but you
Okay.
make a will save, and if you critically fail, something will happen.
Okay, what's my save DC?
I believe it's 17.
Okay, I have failed, but not critically.
Okay.
So,
I think you just take 4 damage.
okay. He shakes his head, not pleased with you, but now is, for some reason, he's staring directly at you. Now, was that a 2-action spell?
Yes.
Okay, so 1 action to identify, 2-action spell turns over. Trevor?
I will do a society roll
Okay.
in order to see what I can determine. That is a 22.
22. Okay, same thing. You get a question. You could have said, there's no weaknesses. I mean, that stuff is easily communicated.
Do they speak any sort of language other than croaks, ribbits?
Yes, they, I know they do, but it's not listed on their sheet here. I'm going to say yes.
With one.
Yes.
Which-
Their own language, and I'm going to say they have one other. Probably Sylvan. I'm going Sylvan.
In
going Sylvan.
Sylvan.
Yeah. Oh boy.
In Sylvan.
I meant Dwarvish. They speak Dwarvish.
In Dwarvish.
Oh God, Halfling. They speak Halfling.
In Halfling.
God.
Oh yeah. All the languages.
Oh my
All
God.
the languages.
Oh my Lord.
Intraconic.
Oh.
Intraconic.
Abyssal.
I say, it's time you leave this area of the swamp. We're just passing through, my friends.
So a persuasion?
Well, I mean, you could attempt and intimidate.
There is no persuasion in Pathfinder.
There's coercion.
Coercion?
Yeah. And now with that, you could use like an intimidation if you got it, and that if you're successful, will frighten them, and they'll have penalties to attack. Actually, they have penalties to everything.
Well, let's see what I get.
All right.
6.
It's in Sylvan,
Yeah, it is.
so it sounds a lot like bells and whistles. No, not very intimidating.
Okay.
Yeah, nice try. That was 1 action. You got 2 action, or 1 action to identify, 1 action to intimidate. You got 1 action left.
Sure, so I'm just gonna move up to the water's edge by that boulder, right at the peak of the curve.
Right here?
Perfect.
There you go.
Right here.
All right, Jamie.
Okay, so after that combat, you said that I'm recharged,
You're
right? So I
reset,
can use it.
yep,
Okay,
yep,
cool.
yep.
Then I'm gonna do the same exact thing that I did.
Okay.
And
From-
but on where am I at? I'm here, so I'm gonna hit that guy in front.
All the way in front?
Yep.
Okay. Who's in front of you?
Who are you?
Well, I'm gonna.
This one?
Yeah, I thought I was sharing with you. Will you move me up then, please, so I'm not hitting you?
Oh yeah, are there any penalties to pass through?
No,
Here?
not your
Okay.
buddies, yeah.
Okay.
Shooting through your buddies, yes.
Okay.
Moving through your buddies, no.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so I would move
Okay.
for 1, and then take my.
Do it.
Yes, sorry.
Down,
Longbow.
down, like blowed up man. Down. Boom hammer.
Oh.
Nice.
Kill the frogs! Kill the frogs!
An 8.
Massacre!
8
Yeah,
goes flying off in the distance.
that's alright.
A move and a shoot.
Yep, so that's 3.
Okay, Eli.
Oh, perfect. I can move up to it.
Yep.
I will. So, movement, flurry of blows.
And then run away.
Oh, yeah.
Good job.
Nat 1
Yeah, that doesn't mean anything.
and 7 plus 13.
13 is a miss on those guys.
Then I'll move back 1.
Good call. Good action. All right.
That's all.
My boss is up.
Do I get to go?
Yeah, at some point.
Okay.
I missed you. Dustin, you're up. I marked you off, but didn't send anything. Yeah, you're
And what about me?
Mark, it's going to go Dustin, who should have went before Eli. because I mess up initial all the time. And then it's somebody, my bad guys. Kevin, Martin, more my bad guys, and then top of the order.
Got it.
So Dustin, you're up.
I'm gonna look at the one that she attacked.
Yes.
And I go, oh, this just won't do. And I'm still holding my relief, so I've kind of like lowered it down, and I put it away. And as I'm putting it away, I bring out a ball of magic, just, and my full round, I shoot 3 magic missiles at him.
Oh. So 3 actions, magic missile. Boom, boom, boom. So go ahead and roll me damage. You don't have to roll the hit or anything. It just hits.
Missile always hits.
And where are you? So I know where to charge.
Can I use shield as a reaction for magic missile, but not?
I think the shield spell has to be active.
Has to be active.
Ooh, not great. Do I add +1s to all those?
Yes.
Okay. For 7 damage.
Okay. And then we drop down to my guys. Ironically enough, that guy right now. And where were you at, good sir?
Yep.
That him right now? Okay. I'm just going to have to... 5, 10, 30, 5, 10, He's going to move straight this way, all the way to the edge of the river.
Who?
That guy.
Or this one?
Straight, all the way across. Keep going. Nope, back up. To the edge of the river.
Oh,
Right there,
like
perfect.
right here?
Yep. He's going to get to right there, and then he's going to look at all of you who are right there. I need everybody to make me a will save, DC 18. As he's ribbits. Because I can't do a very good one.
It's riveting.
It is riveting.
Come on.
19.
17. Wait.
16.
Wisdom?
Fail.
17.
All right, we're going to go around the table.
26.
You are fine.
17.
You're frightened 1.
What? 10.
Frightened 1.
16.
Frightened 1.
19.
5.
26.
5. Ooh, you're really fine.
12.
In fact, you are immune to this now for the next minute.
You rolled a 26 too.
Did you roll 26? Oh, I'm sorry. You two are immune for this fact for the next minute.
Nice.
12.
12. Frightened 1. So everybody who's frightened 1, for your next turn, you take a status penalty equal to your frightened value to all your checks and DCs. Everything. To hit, to damage, to attempt to hit, to skill checks, to your armor class, everything.
-1.
To everything on your next turn.
Oh.
Or until after your next turn. So, like right now, even your armor classes are lowered.
Got it.
Because you're like, and he is done. Kevin.
You go for blood, Vanessa. I want frog legs for lunch.
I'll let you do what you want.
I'll go right here for my
Alright.
movement.
Alright.
And then as we're pulling up, I'll take my staff with 2 hands, just straight down on top of his head.
Okay.
That's not gonna, whatever it is, it's not gonna work. And then Vanessa is going to attack
Okay.
twice.
She moved once,
Yep.
and then she gets 1 attack. She's only got 2 actions.
So she shares. Okay, I see. Okay.
Yep.
And then, nope. Absolutely nothing happens that entire time.
It looked really good.
Just eats the ground.
It looked fantastic.
Nope.
Yeah. Martin.
Oh, son of a
So
bitch.
I'm afraid that probably now this is cover.
Yes.
And
yes.
what would that be? the
He's going to have a +4 because he's got trees and a donkey and a dwarf in front of him.
Because I wanted to shoot from being hidden. There's not really anybody, is there?
You can. Yeah. No. There's no.
Without giving up my.
Yeah. If you take a round to move through the woods,
Yeah.
which is triple movement, I'll let you shoot at this guy. He's still going to have cover, but not as much. But then you don't think he's going to notice you.
Okay, so I'll do that.
So
I'm gonna-
triple movement through there. So every space is 3.
Okay.
So if you're,
So I'm here.
so that's 15.
Oh, so here.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Take a shot.
Oh, and I can take a shot. Okay.
Yep.
Jeez, Louise, that's another 12.
12
Yeah.
goes flying off in the distance.
All right, good try.
I will say this: he did see the arrow come out, so you moved, you shot, you have 1 action left. You can attempt to rehide.
Yeah, that's definitely one to do.
Go ahead and roll. Roll me stealth.
That is a 23.
Would have been nice if you rolled that on the attack. I'm just gonna.
Yeah, I know. Thanks a lot for that positive reinforcement.
There you go.
Ashley.
All right. So, but now you're hidden back in the woods and he can't see you.
And I'm pulling out a lucky dice.
Who is that? Yes.
Me.
Good. Move me up to you.
Yep.
And I'm going to swing at you with a Morning Star.
Oh.
Yeah.
You said -1 to AC too?
Yes, you have a -1 to your AC. So his first action is to move up. The second action is to swoop. That's only going to be armor class 24.
Yeah, that hits.
Yeah. I rolled really good. I'm sorry. And that's going to be 7 points of bludgeoning damage.
Oh.
Yeah. As you get smacked across the side of the head with the Morning Star. And he's got one more attack. And he's going to swing at you again.
Not Ike.
I'm not that good.
Not Ike.
That's only
Yeah.
going to be...
Did you get your class hit points too?
Yeah.
Sorry. And this is my favorite guy, too.
know.
Eli, that's going to be armor class... No, wait. 17.
Yeah, that still hits.
Rolled good again. That's 9 points of damage.
Oh, I'm
As
down.
He brings it back the other
Yeah.
way, and you're on the ground. Are you at 0?
Yeah.
Okay, so you're dying 1. Your turn now goes, because Eli, you were up way up here. Your turn now goes to just before them. So basically, even though you would be the 5th one up in a minute, now you're going to be the 8th one up. So now everybody gets to go to try and stabilize you before your turn.
Okay.
I almost
So-
took the spell of stabilize, but I didn't.
Oh boy.
Monks aren't as ridiculous in Pathfinder.
Yeah.
They're a little squishy. That's why you gotta hit and run. All right, now my other
broken,
scout,
the other
who's
one.
going to swing a sling at the guy at the other side of the log there. Who's on the other side of the log?
You'll get your sad music for you.
Yeah.
Which one?
On the edge of the river?
Him?
Yes.
That's old Gary.
Old
Gary.
Gary. Old Gary. Hold still. He breaks out a sling and whips it at you. Ooh, armor class 9. That's a miss. Second shot, because he can.
Sad.
Ooh, that one's actually much better. That's going to be armor class 21.
Yeah, that's a hit.
Oh my god. And that's going to be 4 points with a sling. And then his final attack, because he didn't move, he just...
Crit.
Yes. I rolled a 20. All right, so that's only going to be... Oh my god, I'm killing
Gary's
the party.
dying
All
drunk.
right, time to get serious, everybody.
That's only going to be 10 points of damage.
I'm always.
As a sling bolt
You
flies
still up?
across.
You still up?
10 points. Okay. My bad guys are done.
I just got slapped.
How bloody would you look?
Top of the order, Allie.
It's like orange.
Okay.
Is your eye protruding?
He's got a really big goose egg, like right here. It's monstrous.
Can I share a space with a friendly?
No. If you're mounted, yes, because it's your mount, but not a buddy.
Okay.
What if you mount another person?
Can I get a 15-foot
There's a
cone?
lot of
Can I get
arguments
both
on
of
that one.
these guys?
What's that now?
There's a lot of arguments.
Can I get a
bet there is.
15-foot cone on in either of these guys?
You can get them on one or the other. Because I don't think of the way the 15-foot cones work. Well, no, because it's no. Yep, no. You can get one or the other. You can stay there and get the boss, or you can move up and get the...
I don't want to hit my friends,
Yeah.
so I probably need to move, right?
Oh, you can stand there with a cone. You're going to get the rest of the tree line there too, but you can get just the boss there.
Okay.
Yeah. Because the way the cones are shaped, they either go 15 and then
Okay.
that, or they go one like that.
Oh yeah.
So
Okay.
the cones I have memorized.
I'm going to call upon the cosmos
Mm-hmm.
to spray this man with stars.
Oh.
In a nice way?
Yeah, that's
Is it a nice
So
way?
I'm going to just pew pew pew. Tiny little shooting stars.
Yeah.
In this cone, and they need to make a reflex.
I
save.
just imagine
Okay.
it's like Mario.
Yeah.
yeah.
And what's my DC for my reflex?
17.
17. I have missed it.
Failed? Critically failed or just failed?
Regular fail.
Okay.
Like critically failed to be
You
correct
are
right
going to be dazzled for 3 rounds.
Oh, bedazzled.
Dazzled.
Oh,
I don't know what that
dazzled.
does.
now. I'll tell you in a second.
And then you're gonna take some fire damage. Not a lot.
Dazzled.
2.
My
Dazzled
lord.
mean?
It's dazzled. No, dazzled is
Stare up at
disgusting.
that light.
Oh,
Is it bad? I
It-
hope
it's
it's bad
horrible.
because
It's
this
horrible.
is doing bad stuff to me because
So-
now I have
I'm bedazzled.
Oh no! Wait until you hear what dazzled does. It's a horrible name, but it's fantastic.
Oh, it's
well
a
because
great-
now
You say for 3 rounds.
Yeah. Well, this is cursing me, so now
Oh.
my
You're-
unnatural lightness makes it hard for me to keep my footing, and I'm enfeebled 1 and have a -2 on grapple shove in forms of forced movement.
Yes.
What's enfeebled 1?
Enfeebled is basically that penalty to strength. Stats penalty to your strength-based rolls and DCs, including strength-based checks,
Okay.
attack rolls, strength-based damage rolls, and athletics.
So I'm gonna say after I shoot these little stars, I almost like start like floating for a second.
That sounds appropriate. Now, your dazzled friend, all creatures and objects have concealment from him. 50% mischance
That's nice.
for 3 rounds.
That's great.
That's that's gonna
That's
hurt me.
why.
more.
That's why it curses me.
How many
That's
actions is that?
that.
All 3.
It might be just like 2 or 1.
That's a good question.
Just imagine these like pretty little
that was
stars that are just
2.
like ripping.
So you got 1 action left.
It's just like glitter.
Trevor,
Oh, glitter
3
is so
actions,
good.
buddy.
Do you fall down?
You just kind of float back
Like
a little.
floating
I am
back.
not a fan.
Not a fan?
Not a fan of these circumstances. So, especially the guy that just slung rocks at my head.
Yes, directly in front of you.
I'm gonna go ahead and throw another bomb.
Oh,
Alchemist fire.
okay.
Directly across the river.
Gotcha. Oh, God.
Oh, yes. That's
one.
a 19 plus 7. 26.
All right.
Do I hit?
Crit.
Yeah.
All right.
Need that.
Yes.
When it comes to persistent damage, does that double that as well?
No.
No, just the die roll.
Just the die roll.
Okay. 4 times 2, 8 damage, plus 1 persistent fire damage.
Okay. And he takes that on his turn. So, on his turn, at the end of his turn, he all of a sudden realizes, oh, I'm still on fire, and takes 4 damage. All right, so that was pull, throw. You still have 1 action left. I would recommend pulling another bow.
Yep, that's
I'm just
what
gonna
I
throw
was
it out
thinking. I'm gonna pull out another fire.
Okay. Jamie?
Okay, I am going to turn this way to that guy.
Okay.
Easy that.
The bedazzled man.
Yep. I'm gonna
Bedazzled
move.
boss.
That is so broken.
Will you move me up to
Is
him,
it
please?
effectively worthless now for the next 3 rounds.
I'm gonna get him with my
Should've
long
failed.
sword.
I should know.
Yeah.
That's besides the
Get
point. Yeah. Next time I'll cheat and say I made it.
Look at the critical fail.
You blow up.
Wow.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah, I miss.
Oh.
The entire combat.
Yeah, that would have been good.
All right, what'd you do?
I rolled a 9.
Oh, did you move and attack?
Yeah.
You got 1 action left. You can attack again.
I'm gonna try again.
Yeah. Now it's the same thing, just at a -5, because it's your second attack in 1 round. So roll high.
Roll better.
So I get a +1 to my roll.
Be better.
9
Nine.
again.
All right, Dustin.
I take my my veins and I rip the page of it as I cast Summon Construct. The best works of art touch you.
Oh my
And my
Oh my.
one of my drawings becomes the construct that I summon.
What's the
love
casting time on that?
3. That's
So your entire round.
yeah. That's it.
Okay. All right.
It's like you made an origami.
Eli,
thing.
you now would be up,
Great.
but you're not because you've dropped down in an ish. So your 2 party members who have yet to go could stabilize you in a minute, or they could leave it up to chance. 'Cause
Oh, I
right
stepped
now-
over your body. Sorry.
No, I'm over here. You're here. I'm here.
All right.
You just ignored his body.
But before that, my
There's an
warrior
opportunity
goes.
cost saving.
And he is going to.
Actually, God.
That's Jamie in front of me, right?
Yeah.
Hey, what's that? Are you kidding me? Well, no, that might actually.
Watch a lot of
Armor class 20.
Yeah.
Good. Hey, look, I missed.
50%.
50% miss chance because I'm blinded.
Yeah.
You're dazzled.
Thank you.
Whatever.
Bedazzled.
Glitter dazzled.
Jump.
Yeah.
Glitter dazzled saved me.
Whatever it is.
Just like throw
It's
disco
not over yet
balls
because
at
the
people.
second attack is going to be armor class. I can't do simple math. 17? Is that hit?
For me?
Yeah.
Yes.
50% miss chance.
Miss.
And he misses.
Yeah.
His last attack. I horribly missed. Okay.
Alright.
Kevin.
Toe.
All right. All right, Vanessa.
By the way, the boss hits harder than the
Anyways,
ladder blast. Just gonna throw that out there.
Gunslinger now.
All right, Vanessa, you work on him. I'll work on the other guy. And then I'll take one of the barnacles off my feet. And I'll just like the coin style flip it, and you see it gracefully go through the air, slow motion, and lands directly in Eli's mouth. At the very tip of his tongue, and you see a flash of green. It's the latent earth energy that it soaks up.
I'd
Goes
rather
through-
not.
I'd rather
And he is stabilized.
You'd rather die.
Oh, was that
That's
stabilized?
stabilized.
yourself? Is it
I'm
range?
okay,
30 feet.
Kevin.
Good. Okay.
Oh, wow.
And is that 1 or 2 actions?
Two.
Two actions.
And then my third one, I'm giving to Vanessa.
And Vanessa's gonna
And
attack.
she's going to attack.
She can take 2 attacks because she's right there now.
Correct. That is. Maybe if I bring that up. It would
That
help.
barnacle idea is disgusting.
That
Because
really-
I was
Yep.
just thinking of
Yeah.
barnacle off the
Yep.
shoe. It's like, oh.
Nope, that is a 7.
But you're stabilized, buddy. You may want to
Yeah,
look
right?
that up.
And that is a 16 to hit.
Stabilized?
Yeah.
Ah.
16?
Imagine Vanessa
On this guy.
I'm gonna say yes.
Okay.
Yes, that's a hit.
Well, a hot dog.
Yeah.
That's a 1d8. That is 8 damage, and
Oh, my God, on the
he
boss?
is knocked 5 feet away.
There's no knocking. There's no knocking.
For Vanessa,
He's knocked back?
there is. Stand by.
Okay.
Eli, are you stabilized?
He is
Yes.
stabilized.
Oh, I get to go back to the metal.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh yeah, cool.
Yeah, now that he's stabilized, he's just
Minions.
dying 1.
Oh, good.
So, but if he would have, like, this round, he would have had to make, like, a death save, and it's a flat 10. And if he doesn't make it, he's dying 2. And then if he doesn't make it again, he's dying 3, and then he dies. So, but when he gets brought back to life...
Negative. It's one or the other, so never mind.
Okay. All right. Eli is stabilized, so we don't have to worry about that. My scouts are up. You just threw a bomb at me.
I did.
You did. So
But
I'm
you're
gonna,
on fire.
I am on fire, but he's gonna
Evil epic battle.
he's gonna take an action and try and put himself out, and fails miserably because it rolled a 2
Did you take his damage on this turn?
at the end of the turn.
Okay.
At the end
That
of the turn,
frog is
he's
on
still on
fire.
fire, and he's smart enough to know that he is going to.
I liked it.
Thank you.
He's going to spend the rest of his turn, put him in the middle of the river, and he is foregoing the rest of his turn, dousing underneath the water, putting it out.
Aw.
So that's what he's doing right now.
Ride frog legs.
And then our guy over here, we're going to put him
Okay.
1 square into the woods, and he's looking.
He's looking
you.
for me? Ah.
What was your hide roll?
Oh my. Boy. I think it was 16.
Okay. He's hunting for you.
Okay.
Move, sniff. He's gonna roll again. He can roll this. And roll crap again. Okay, so he's in the woods with the morning star in hand, sniffing and looking for you.
back.
It's like Predator.
back.
I know. We're out there.
Allie, you were up, top of round 3.
Hiding under a log.
Did you go?
Is it my? No, I don't think it's my turn yet.
Martin.
Oh, it is
sorry.
my turn. All right. Yes. So just like Schwarzenegger, I rise
I didn't forget him, I
carefully
swear.
from the mud and I shoot my bow.
Yeah.
23 to hit.
You did it.
Wait a minute, what armor class to hit?
23?
On a 17?
Well, I have a +6.
That's it?
Yeah.
What's your dex?
My dex is a +3.
Oh, that would only be
Level
plus
And I'm
six.
trained, so.
Yeah, yeah, it's 3. I was
But I
thinking
get-
it should be higher.
But do I get
that's
the
okay.
extra D6 for the.
Yes,
Being
because he
hidden?
does not know where you're at.
Yeah.
Ah,
all
it's
right.
blinded
Wait,
by
and that was
glitter.
armor class.
By the
23. Go ahead.
arrow.
By the meteor shower.
So 8 points of damage.
He took that arrow.
Right.
He now knows where you're
And
at.
he's still alive.
He is still alive, but here's the fun part. You have 2 actions left.
Oh.
So you can shoot again and run away, or you can keep shooting him.
Well, I'm going to shoot again once for sure.
Okay.
And you take a negative?
Oh, I take negative 5, right?
Correct.
So 10, so that's a 16.
That's a hit.
Yeah!
Nice.
Another 4 points.
Okay. And he's still standing.
Do it.
Do it.
Get it.
No, I can't take a negative 10. I wanted to do my short
Yeah, you
thing.
can.
You are one ugly. No, I'm going to run.
You're going to run. Okay.
Yeah.
Which way are you going?
Away.
Solid answer.
So let's see. If
Solid.
I.
That's 5.
Okay, and then am I out?
Yep. 5, 10, 15, 20.
20. Can I move diagonal?
Yeah.
25. He's all yours. I loosened him for you.
All right.
My origami.
Now it's Allie's
Right.
turn.
The construct.
Is that Trevor?
Yes.
My character just won't help. Doesn't.
Can you-
Probably wouldn't help.
Push him back in the water.
I have no strength.
Speaking of which, did that push the boss 5 feet?
No, it did not.
Okay.
It was a one or the other thing. I can, Vanessa can do an action that will shove
Is this you?
on the
No.
attack or
Gotcha.
damage.
Who's this?
That's me.
Yeah.
Nope.
No, that's Kevin.
That's Kevin.
I look at the druid.
Gilbert.
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 Should go by Gilbert.
And
Giddy.
just to make this boss even more mad, I'm going to.
Dazzle the kid.
Do not.
You see these stars just like surround you and ward you from just that enemy, giving you a +1 bonus to your AC and saving throws against this guy's spells, attacks, and other effects. So I'm just like putting this forbidding ward around you just for that guy.
Vanessa, you're even more radiant.
You know, the funny thing is the boss didn't see that. What?
No, because he's too busy.
You can't see nothing.
He just loves that.
All right, 2
bugle.
action spell or 1?
Donkey.
Two.
Oh, okay. He just
Is
loves
there
that
any
donkey.
type of like
A donkey
help
mule.
or anything that's like a 1 action?
There are a couple spells out there that are 1 action. I don't know about for the Oracle.
Strike.
She could move up and strike.
Han? Oh, wait.
I would love another target in melee.
I have a negative like 4 to strength right now.
I like the skill tap a ley line. 1 action.
What's it do?
When you get higher in level in your magical,
Exactly. You do it at a party.
it's a good time for a party. Yeah.
Huh, what's... Huh, where'd Jerry go?
Yeah, I'm just going to.
You can move up to
Can
melee.
I can aid.
Yeah. Probably the simplest thing you could do is get into a flank with somebody. Get on the opposite side of a bad guy, and then your buddy, even though you can't hit for the broadside of a barn, your party member on the other side is going to get a easier chance to hit the target. In 2nd edition, flanking doesn't give the attackers a +2. It literally gives the defender a -2 to his
Maybe
armor.
I'll sneak up over here. So move me 5 to. Move me like right here.
There you go. Sorry. All right, Trevor.
So I am going to put away my firebomb,
Okay.
but bring out my thunderstone.
Okay.
And then I would like to ready an action to throw it.
You could keep your firebomb in your hand and pull out your thunderstone.
Oh, okay. Then sure, I'll do that.
So that's 1 action. You've got 2 actions left.
Okay,
A
so
thunderstone?
You could go boom boom. I'm just
You
saying.
could make a.
You can
dual
make 2
team.
attacks this round.
they're in the water though.
What's that?
With the firebomb and they're in water, so
Well, but the electricity is not going to stop that. The thunderstone, the sonic.
right, the sonic.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Just light the water on fire.
what I'm going to do is I'm going with my last 2 actions. I'm going to ready to throw the thunderstone.
Okay.
and I'm going to yell at the people on the bank to push that guy back into the water.
The boss?
The boss.
Okay.
Push him back. So
Oh.
if they're together,
You're trying to get a splash off. Gotcha.
Yes.
Okay.
if I notice they start moving, I'm
Yeah.
just gonna chuck it at one of them.
Okay. All right. Jamie.
Okay, I'm going to attempt to swing my sword at this guy again.
Okay.
Believe in yourself.
No.
No pressure. Now,
Believe,
Try it.
believe
Try it.
harder.
time out. We haven't really talked about hero points.
Okay.
Everybody's got 1 hero point.
that's
You could re-roll that attack,
Oh, I'll do that.
and the time to do it is on the first attack.
I'm gonna
Don't
do
use
that.
Re-roll on the second or third. So it's like the first attack never
Here we
happened.
go.
No, it did. It did.
All right.
It did happen.
All right. So you still have 2 actions left. You
Okay.
can still make 2 more attacks.
Yeah.
It just had -5 and a -10.
I'm doing it again. I'm doing one more.
believe
Okay.
in you.
I'm doing it. I'm doing it.
feeling it.
Ready? I'm feeling it.
Good.
Boom!
I'm doing it. Hey!
18 plus 1, 19.
Which one are you attacking again? The boss?
The one right in front of me.
It's the boss.
Yeah.
Hit.
So 14?
No, because I have a +1 with my. Because I had a +6. So.
Oh.
+1. Okay. So, sorry.
you're fine.
Longsword, D8.
Yeah.
8?
Woo! He did not like that.
Oh.
He did not like that
Good.
at all, and he seems to be
Good.
staggering pretty heavily.
After that, though, because I still have one more,
Correct. You got 1 action left.
I'm going to do my ability.
Shove him.
So I can make an assessment informed by my knowledge of how a creature fights. So I'm going to attempt to check to recall knowledge about a creature.
All right.
I gain +1 circumstance bonus to your check if I have previously hit the creature this turn.
You have.
Okay.
All right. So do you have society?
Do I have what?
Society for skill or lore?
No.
You got war lore. We'll
I have
count
war-
that.
okay.
Yeah, roll that.
Okay. Uh, 18.
18. Okay, you get 1 question.
We already found out that they're immune to. There's no.
Correct. They're just dumb.
Okay.
No weaknesses. And you've all experienced this weird croak thing that they had a second ago.
Okay.
You could always say dealer's choice.
Do that.
Yeah, dealer's choice.
They haven't hit anybody with their tongues yet.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
There's a bigger attack coming.
Great.
I think these things are more capable of what they're made to look like. Get-
Dustin.
So am I. So I summon a
Yeah,
I summon
here
a
it comes.
creature
Yes.
that has a construct trait and
Yes.
its level is -1. I don't have the bestiary.
I got it.
So
In my head.
do I have to sustain this spell? How does this
No,
work?
yeah, it's just up. You can only have 1 up at a time.
So as an action, I can say attack.
Attack, and like his animal companion, it'll just go off.
Okay, I want to have my book monster attack the boss.
Okay.
Do I roll?
Yeah.
Okay.
What's your monster called?
I like book monsters.
Well, it's the book monster.
Yeah.
Okay, 14 is what I rolled. Then I get to add. Usually I get to add my attacks, right? Like my spell.
Well, that one, what specific monster did it pull up?
So it just says summon animal, but it's a -1, and it has the construct.
What'd you armor class you roll? Right now, just
I rolled a straight 14.
you hit. Give me a d6. D6 plus 1.
2
2 on the boss.
on the boss.
All right. Again, the boss is still standing. So that was 1 action for the thing. It's got another action. Get to make another attack.
I want to do something. Can I cast a different spell?
Yeah.
Okay, so
Well,
I'm-
it's still the creatures. The creature attack.
Your construct
runs.
gets
Your
two.
construct.
Oh, my construct
Yeah.
gets 2 attacks?
Yeah, you could have summoned it right next to it.
Okay, I'm gonna.
Yeah. Make a second attack.
I'll
with
make a
the
second
construct.
attack with the construct. Yeah, 8.
No.
Okay.
That's a miss. Your
Um,
turn. You got 2 actions left.
I have 2 actions. So I look at you, because you said, go get him. Do you have like a lot of daggers on you?
I have a dagger.
Just one dagger?
Just one. Dagger.
Just 1. It's been a hard month.
You sold the
I
other
wink
daggers.
at you, because you see my dagger. I just want to do this. I don't know. Like, I'm breaking the spell a little bit, but I go like this, and you feel the dagger in your hand as I telekinetically projectile it at
okay.
at the boss. So like,
I have a bunch of arrows.
that's fine too.
Okay, what's up to you?
So I see the arrows in your back and just, and I'll fire an arrow.
Okay.
I'm gonna fire at the one you told me to fire it at. So I'm gonna fire it at the guy, even if he's
In
in
the
cover. That's
Yeah.
Oh,
what
the
I
guy
would
was
do.
chasing me?
Yeah.
Okay.
So like you're running away and you go past me and I pull an arrow out of your pack and throw it at him.
That's so Yandu of you.
Okay, I rolled a 14 plus. I believe I get plus 7.
Yeah.
So
Total is going to be
21.
hit.
I
Nice.
just roll a d6.
Yes.
Plus my spellcasting ability modifier,
Yep.
which is 4.
You're
Wait,
doing
alright.
it.
Spellcasting
guys
ability
with
modifier? Yeah, I can. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I'm
That's pretty awesome.
flamboyant. Plus my. So plus 4, so 6.
Nice. All right. Ribbit. And he's still standing though. All right. Now it's my boss who's going to swing wildly and constantly miss because. Actually, I gotta roll the 50% miss chance. Nope. I'm just gonna roll the miss chances. I'm just gonna get those out of the way first. Hey!
Yay.
Now watch me miss. Oh, I may not have. Who's directly in front of me?
Boss me.
I actually got the good miss chance, and I actually might hit armor class 18.
Yeah.
Yes.
15.
That's gonna be only 10 points damage as he
Only.
hits you with a club, a big club. Ba-boom!
Oh,
And again, as a reminder, this is the guy attacking you.
Yeah.
Ribbit.
Ribbit.
Is that right?
And then he is going to
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
third attack.
Oh.
No.
Oh, yeah.
All right,
Wait,
then
10 points?
he is done. Kevin.
10 points.
All right. I will. Frog legs are better boiled, right? I'm going to cast that. What was it called? Lightning, the thingy I did earlier.
Lightning arc.
The zippy electric arc. Yeah, that's
Yep.
the one. Okay. So both of those guys, they make reflex saves.
Oh yes, they do. Oh yes, they
Disadvantage because they're in the water.
do. What's my DC?
16.
What if I fail?
Then I hurt you.
All right.
Okay.
What do I do?
Okay.
All right. So
What if I fail by a lot?
by a lot? Then
Is it a critical fail?
it says heightened +1. Is that?
No, that's
Okay,
something else.
Then nothing.
What kind of reflex save is it?
Does
Does it say basic? So I take double damage.
Ooh,
Wow.
Yeah.
okay.
So the guy in right in front of old Gary is about to get lit up like a Christmas tree.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So let's see. Oh, that is a 4. So I double that to an 8.
Yeah.
Plus my 8, 9, 10, 11. So that's 11 damage. And then the
my
other
God.
guy
Oh my God. Okay. Who also failed.
is 4 damage.
Okay. God. Okay. All three of these creatures are, just swaying back and forth.
If you had a hero pin, would they be red?
Yes. All three would be red if I had a hero pin. Martin.
Okay, and then
sorry.
I still got my third one. And then Vanessa, just to get Gary to shut up.
Thank you.
I'm going to
Push.
do that the shove thing she has, the weighted kick.
Yeah.
So I do an attack roll for that.
Does it onto you?
Nope, that is a natural one.
Wait.
She died.
Hero point. You want to reroll?
Oh,
Yeah.
there
There
we
we
go.
go. That's what hero points are for.
That's 7.
No. No.
All right.
Well, actually, does it?
What's that?
Gives a heavy kick with the tiny
Vanessa's
legs, bring the
being
weight
real
of the
Jack.
it makes the hook strike. So yeah,
Yeah,
okay, never
yeah.
mind. Yeah,
Oh,
All right. Is that all your turn?
that's it.
Seeing the
All right,
utter
Martin.
seeing the utter failure of people trying to not listen to me, I go ahead and chuck my bomb at the boss.
I'm trying.
With my reaction.
Okay.
Oh.
but Trevor, I thought you wanted it in the water.
Yeah, we're gonna say that's a 21.
You hit. And which bomb is this? Just so.
This is gonna be the Thunderstone.
Thunderstone. So Sonic. Okay.
Oh.
And
I need a DC 17 or deafen for 1 round. Yeah. Okay. Just a 1.
Can't see. He's deaf. It's a bad day for him. He should have stayed in the
Doesn't seem
swamp.
really fair.
And he's the big one. He's the beefy one. All right. How much damage?
Just 1.
Okay. All right. He is still standing,
Ah!
but he's swinging wildly, and now he's doing this. Like it looks like
Is
he's
he
playing with
look-
his
Poor
hair.
thing.
Does he look more
Remember, he can
hurt
always
than
start his day
others?
over.
Flashbang.
Oh yeah, yeah, very, yeah,
Flashbang.
yeah. They all look
Flashbang,
like
sir.
they've had the snot kicked out of them. Eli is. Oh, I'm sorry, Eli. You're still stable. All right, then it's. Oh God, my side guys. Hey, old Gary.
Hi.
I'm gonna run up to you. Yeah, I'm gonna run up to old Gary. And
Oh.
no, I'm not gonna run up to old Gary. I'm not. You know why? Because old Gary is going to get
No, I'm not.
armor class 24.
Oh,
Oh,
yes,
no.
I am.
Mouth opens up and a tongue comes flying out of its mouth right at you. I'm assuming you got one of the bombs in your arms. Because you didn't. You got one of the
The
bombs.
fire.
Yeah, he just grabs onto you. You are grabbed by this creature's tongue. You are not quite technically immobilized, but you are kind of limited on your movement. You can attempt to free yourself on your turn by attacking the tongue or grappling the tongue off of you. Yeah, but otherwise, if you try and do anything, you have what's called the grabbed condition,
Okay.
which means that you are flat-footed. And if you attempt to do anything, there's a flat DC 5 check that if you fail, just whatever you're attempting to do, manipulate-wise, like throw a bomb, fails. And he is just holding on to you there. And then his turn is done.
What we got here is
The
case of
other
Gary
guy is going to move up to the other side of old Gary and
I
swing.
was gonna say he's got him licked,
Oh,
but that's much
man.
better.
Oh God.
Armor class 9.
High five.
Armor
Miss.
class 9. That's a miss. Second attack, armor class 6. No, it's not 16. It is 11.
Miss.
And he's done.
Very,
Okay.
very good.
Allie, your 4th round. Top of the 4th round, you're up. And we're gonna be real close.
Did you miss me, Patrick, or did I?
Did I miss Martin again?
Yeah.
I feel missed.
My lord, Martin, I am sorry. You were up.
That's okay. And
I even
Eli's
double
dying.
checked it. I'm like, Kevin went. The Eli's still stable. I mean, that's Martin's right.
5-foot steps are not free. Is that right?
They're correct. They are
Okay.
one action.
So here's one action to move sideways.
Yeah.
And I'm still Schwarzenegger. This guy
Gotcha.
is chasing me. Nope, that's an 8. No, I got this. I'm gonna take the last one. You know what? I'm gonna hero point down.
Yeah.
So that is a.
Is that 19 or not?
It's a 16 to hit.
16 hits.
All right.
Yeah, dude.
1 point of damage.
What's that?
1 point of damage.
Okay, 1 point still
One-
hits him.
Oh,
Okay.
darn, not the 1 point he needed.
Nope, nope.
All right, and then I'm gonna take the other shot.
Yep, your last shot.
So that would just be an 11.
Oh, swing and miss.
Yeah.
All right. Now, Allie.
Okay.
Good. That was good, though. That was good.
Question
Yes.
for my ward. I can sustain it up to a minute. Does that take 2 actions again to sustain?
No, just one to sustain.
So, okay.
Yeah, one action to sustain the spell.
So I will keep that.
Aw.
And then looking at this guy with his tongue around our new friend,
Yeah,
um,
he's trying to eat him or something.
Yeah.
I'm not sure.
I'm gonna look at him and then kind of cast this like purplish Nova-looking ray at him, and I need to actually, I think, roll the hit.
Okay, what spell?
Ray of Enfeeble.
Oh.
Dancing
Like one of those
in
support
the
classes that just
purple ray.
blow stuff up.
Purple ray.
No, like
Hits.
debuff.
Okay, so now you need to make a
A debuff
fortitude
class.
save. 17.
And if I fail?
Just regular fail,
Yes.
you're enfeebled 2.
Oh.
Woohoo!
What's that?
Watch this, guys.
How
Wait,
weak
this
is
is the
his
boss
tongue
again,
now?
right?
No, I'm doing. No, I'm
weak
doing
tongue.
it to
Oh,
this
thank
one.
God,
I'm doing it
okay.
to the one who's grappling.
I
my
thought it was the
friend
boss
over.
again. I'm
No,
like,
I
he's
think-
blind, deaf, and feeble.
No, he looks pretty dead. So I'm going
Okay.
to. So like
On
because
the side
because I'm
sidekick.
enfeebled,
Gotcha.
I need to make other people also
That
enfeebled.
that is a wise move. All right. Was that 2 actions or 1?
That spell was 2, and then I
Okay.
sustained my other spell.
Trevor? All right. If you want to manipulate anything, if you want to throw your bomb, you can do that, but you got to roll a flat 5 check. And if you roll that 5, you failed and wasted the action.
I'm feeling creative.
Oh, boy.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So the enfeeblement, does that help me in any way? Does
If you attempt to grapple the tongue or grapple him, yes. But otherwise, no. Unless you were like in an arm wrestling contest,
It has
then
like
yes.
negative to strength.
Yeah.
It feels like this is a Crocodile Dundee moment.
Not really. Okay, I'm going to attempt to reach in my bag
Trevor, you gotta lick it back.
as an action.
You're going to what?
Attempt to reach in my
Only
bag.
one thing
Okay,
you can
roll a
only one thing you
DC 20.
can do.
Don't roll 1 through 5.
Good.
Okay, you.
I take out my universal solvent,
So that's your universal solvent. 1 action.
and I'm going to open the vial and pour it on the tongue.
Second action. Roll a D20. Don't roll a 1 through 5.
do. Getting very
19.
uncomfortable.
19.
Acid or glue?
Universal
This
solvent.
burns up glue. Oh yeah.
What's the price of universal solvent?
It's not that expensive.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, what's the damage on it?
No damage, but +9 to assist dissolving glues, traps, mud, etc. So I'm hoping a solvent typically burns the skin.
Destickify it at least.
I'm
I
gonna,
just
I'm
say
gonna
make
say
it slip right out of
the
there.
tongue just loses
Oh,
grip
excellent.
and flies off. So you got 1 action left.
Perfect. I'm gonna turn around and with that other bomb, smash it on that guy's head. And
Oh.
because, and because I have the bomber's feet, I can focus everything onto him and ignore
Correct.
splash damage.
Correct.
Oh.
Okay, look at you.
Hero
Hero
point.
Hero.
Hero
Oh,
point.
hero.
There you go.
You'd be very helpful.
There we go.
Yeah.
19.
19's a hit.
Woohoo!
Rolls some van damage.
That is a 3 + 1 persistent fire.
How am I still standing?
Oh, come on!
Oh!
That was a good turn.
That was beautiful, though. Jamie?
Thank you.
Okay, she's going to conjure up the water that these things are standing in
Okay.
and is going to hydraulic push them back.
Okay.
Trevor, you can do your
Range
plan.
spell attack. All right, I'm not very good at this. Here we go. Ah!
Nice.
So 22.
All right, is that 1 target or 2 targets?
You call for the powerful blast of pressure.
One.
One creature.
Okay, who you targeting?
Right in front of me. Big bad.
Big boss?
Big
Okay.
baddie, big baddie.
And, oh my god, okay. And, do I get a saving throw? I think I just take damage.
No, you just take, yeah. I just have to make a ranged spell attack.
Okay.
You never know.
You never know. I've had that happen.
Poetic justice of a
Well, it says
frog dying by
critical
water.
success.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
just success. The target takes 3d6 bludgeoning
like
damage
drowning
and is
fish.
knocked back 5 feet.
It's like drowning a fish.
I think he might be. I think you
But
might have that.
3d6.
Well,
I
yeah,
might
go
roll
ahead.
all ones.
You could roll all 1s, which still wouldn't matter.
7, 8, 9.
Yay!
Boss had 2. So where was this big spell? Like 2 rounds ago. You summon up.
Forgot about it.
You summon up the swamp water, and it forms like a giant tidal wave in front of the boss, who doesn't see it or hear it, and you fling it into his chest, and when it does so, you hear bones and whatnot snap and crackle and pop as he goes flying off into the river. Take him off the board.
Yay!
You did it.
That
2
was
actions.
loud.
2 actions, Jamie.
Yeah.
3, you got 1 action left. You could flank with old Gary.
Let's flank.
Flank him.
Yep.
Flanking them.
Flank him, John.
Nope.
No, he's
Other
on
side.
the other
Behind
side.
him.
Yeah.
There
Yep,
you go.
perfect.
God, somebody
Good.
never played 3-5.
Dustin.
Yeah.
I'm gonna move my book. I'm gonna say attack. So my book monster goes to the one that's attacking old Gary.
This would be
Okay.
your book monster.
I think it has to move, so I only
Yeah.
get 1 attack, right?
Yep.
Nope.
And this one, he wants this one.
Oh.
And Victoire says, my critics say my work is pedantic. I think for them, it's just heavy! And then it
You're an idiot.
It's just heavy.
13 plus, I think, the 7, right? My attack, so
Yeah.
20.
On the side lane, yes. Hit.
7 plus 7, yeah, okay. 5.
Dead!
Killed by literature.
Who said books aren't dangerous?
No, that's some
A
poetic
single
justice.
tear rolls down Martin's face.
Looking at the other one,
Yeah.
I'm going to,
You gonna remember this one?
I'm gonna imagine this. I'm gonna do 2.
Yeah, there you go.
So, but I have a moment where I like seizure for a second as I sense my imperial ancestry, which is like I have a family member from the past that like that's how I got my magic. It was my uncle. I see him.
Shouting negative
what's
things
his
about your art.
We weren't close.
Is Bob your uncle?
3, 4, 8. Yeah, Bob's my uncle. 9 damage.
Dead! Yes! And with that, you have defeated the 3 Bugard warrior / scout.
Absolutely.
And with that, your party finally reaches, after a few more moments, of talking, the top of the hill. Off in the distance, you see the city of Karkau, nestled at the banks of the Lake of Porphyria. Yeah, that draws me. It's an easy one to pronounce. And its waters, which cut through the city, crisscrossing it like with various canals. You all feel a sense of relief as you begin your short trek to the city. Congratulations!
We're just dragging you behind us.
Oh, yeah.
We're gonna grab you by a...
Yeah, we carry
Level
him.
up.
Yeah, no. No level up. No,
Wait, we're leveling up?
no, we're not leveling up.
Level 3.
So that was basically a quick run-through play of some combat. You can see how it can slow down. The big thing is, what I did initially, and you guys got to pay attention to this when you go to Gen Con and play, I split you.
Yeah.
Focus fire on one guy until he's dead. Focus gang up on one guy until he's dead. You start taking them out one at a time. You're not worried about the rogue soloing somebody by himself because the monk just dropped, because the alchemist is soloing another guy, and everybody else is on the boss. You know, everybody either jump on the boss or everybody jump on the henchman. Stay focused that way, and that way, because every round, if somebody had been flanking with the rogue, he'd be getting extra damage every round.
Okay.
Right? And there wasn't happening. And not until the very end did you guys flank to get an easier time to physically get into combat.
You can flank in this.
True
Can't
words have
blank
never
it.
been spoken.
I was
Yes.
stabilized.
In some of our boss fights, those some good advice to everybody.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you guys did great. Hopefully, you had fun. You learned some
thank you for
stuff.
coming.
Yeah,
Yeah,
great
great.
job.
Yeah, good
Great
job, Patrick. Thank you.
We want to let everyone know that, again, LodgeCon.
LodgeCon, November 4th and 5th at the Will County Fairgrounds this year.
Awesome.
2-day events, all sorts of stuff going on, including Pathfinder.
Yeah.
And I think somebody else is coming.
Yes, that we've been invited to go to LodgeCon.
Yay!
And see us. That's awesome. And then the other big news that we have is that September 5th, Campaign 2, The Light of Tithe, will begin. It's going to be a Strahd-esque campaign. Dark, gritty, no revival. There is no resurrection spells in The Light of Tithe.
Right.
And for those of you who joined us on our special game, another little spoiler is that in the Land of Tithe, it is an iron. It is heavy in metals, gold, platinum. Those metals are almost worthless to them. They would rather trade in food, livestock, and a very particular item that is literally shards of light. So
Super cool.
yeah, so just a little, just trying to give everybody a little Easter egg for joining us tonight. And then thank you. That's it. We'll see you guys in a month.
Yeah, thank you,
Bye, everybody.
Patrick.
Thank you.
Yay.
Close our eyes, the current sweeps right over us. the seasons, no matter where we go. Your love is a lighthouse, so to lead me home. The place where you belong. Always safe inside my arms. It has been there all along. Let this